Hello, happy Monday. It's your Pisces MC, Trevor Quincy. Today is Monday, May 8th, 2023. And of course, we're doing what we usually do. Of course, just answer, if you have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comments section if you're watching the pre-recorded version. Of course, we're just waiting for our live audience to come in. And we're going to be doing some readings today. So while we wait for that, just watch along. I'm going to get set up for the astro weather forecast and weather for today. Really good day in New York City, not gonna lie. I went out roller skating early on, so it's a good day, I think so. I've also had some realizations. We're just waiting for people to come in. Hi, everyone. Your PayPal isn't showing. I just started. Not me, but anyway. Hello, how we doing? All right, let me put my PayPal info before Bilal, points at me again. Let's see here. Payment. TRZO LLC. All right, the sticker is loading. Y'all sitting here attacking me on this nice Monday. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's weekend? I went to another open mic night because, I don't know if you guys know, last Monday, I went to an open mic night and it was just not it. Mercury retrograde really came in and just wasn't the best. But I went to another open mic on Saturday and it went really good. I posted one of the rehearsals on my YouTube, so you can go check that out. But I think it went well. But today I realized something when I was roller skating. I don't know. I know that the eclipse cycle is over, but I finally have been able to put what that was for me. It happened in my 5th house, but I'm I don't know. I've always wanted to work in entertainment and I've always wanted to be a host. And everybody always says, oh, you have the personality for it. But I've always went the route of singing because that's, something that I started off with. But I realized after the open mic night on Saturday that I'm in the same spot that I have been in for years, per se. I'm in the same spot. There's no growth, But, we're learning, we're growing. All right. Oh, Bilal apologized. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see here. All right. Hey, for those that are coming in, if you guys have any astrology questions, feel free to put them up. I'm going to put up the poll. What is your rising sign? I'm gonna see what it is. Hopefully Cancer and Capricorn get on the board this time around, because last time they have not been on that. You look great. Thanks. Thank you. This is just Monday attire. Nothing special. I'm watching American Idol season 11, but it gives me a full series or a full show to watch. I have another show, but I can't access it on my television. It's on HBO Max. Oh, sorry, Paramount Plus. Let's see. I have a question. I have an answer. What's the difference between 5 degrees fame, 28 degrees household name? What is being a household name? And hold on, I'll answer that question 1 second. How much do we send for a chart reading? $15, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, TRZO LLC. It's up there, or if you see the sticker, it's right there. Okay, so 5 degrees fame, it's said to be short-term fame, but other people have had long-term fame with 5 degrees. Now, when we're taking into consideration degree theory, we need to remember that it is a theory. It is not facts, So 5 degrees, 17 degrees, 29 degrees, you can have these placements and may not become famous. Or you may not have these placements and you could become famous. You can even have 5 degrees. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be short-term. It could be long-term. But 28 degrees being a household name, people just know you, Perhaps maybe you were on television and people welcomed you into their homes, and so you became the household name. It's a term that was used more so in the 80s or 90s because everybody congregated around the television in the early days. So I say that as if it's the 1900s or anything like that. Technically it was, but I'm not hating. But that's where the term household name came from. So it's more along the lines of somebody who a personality that kind of is growing with you, per se. If you were on a sitcom back in the day, those were all household names because people grew up watching those people. Friends, for instance. The actors of Friends, they're all household names because they started off being in the home at, I think, Thursdays at 8. So, yeah, that's the difference between the two. But you have to take all that with a grain of salt for the most part. All right, let's say, ooh. Thank you. Oh, I like my own life. Thank you. Let's see here. Is it bad if someone's moon is conjunct your sun, Mars, Mercury, and Jupiter, but it's in your 12th house? Okay, so here's the thing with the 12th house placements. If somebody has their big 3 in your 12th house, it is indicative of a karmic relationship. Could be good. Doesn't necessarily have to be always bad. But this is where the spiritual discernment kicks in, you know, is because people could be for you, but it's a little complicated here is because the 12th house is hidden enemies, it's the subconscious, it's confusion. So it's very hard to differentiate what energy's for you, what's not for you. Definitely pay attention to how somebody makes you feel. If there's something that's like subtle, but then it did make you feel uncomfortable, explore that, you know, but for the most part, just observe to see if it's a good relationship, it's good. If it's not, it's not, you know. But you typically learn after the fact if something is karmic. If you're worried about like somebody sitting in your 12th house or a replacement sitting in your 12th house, just observe the relationship. You know, if it's not working for you, just leave it. You know, that's it. Let's see. Can you give the 9th house a deeper meaning? I can. What are the things associated with it other than God? Of course. So it represents philosophy, religion, your meaning of life, whatever that may mean to you. Remember, everybody has a different sort of meaning of life or a different perspective per se. Also rules belief systems, doesn't necessarily have to just mean God. It rules higher education, higher knowledge, getting your master's, getting your doctorates, going to university. 9th house is university. It's also travel for like pilgrimages. Is that the right word for them? Those are 9th house themes. 9th house can also represent an international business. You know, it doesn't necessarily just have to be spiritual practices. It could just be business oriented. It's our law, and it's the lawmakers, the people who write the laws as well. Whereas the 10th house is the people that put those laws into practice. You know, so the 9th house is a big expansive house. It is ruled by Jupiter. Also could rule overindulgence. My personal theory is that the 9th house rules pop music, and not one person has said otherwise. I think the 12th house rules music in general. 9th house is pop music or an international star per se. But yeah, the 9th house is also international, whereas the 3rd house is more national. Let's see here, sense. Okay, so I'm getting some things here. So let me start the astro weather forecast, and I'm gonna do the regular weather forecast for New York for those that are in our tri-state area here. Also, where's everybody joining from? I'm a native New Yorker over here, so I'm in New York. Where's everybody else from? Thank you for answering, of course. All right, so let's get started with our astro weather forecast for today, Monday, May 8th, 2023. Sun is at 17 degrees Taurus, Moon 25 Sagittarius, Mercury 7 Taurus, retrograde, Venus 1 Cancer. Venus is at a critical degree, Mars 23 Cancer, Jupiter 28 Aries, Saturn 5 Pisces. Saturn's at 555 Pisces right now, by the way. Uranus 18 Taurus, Neptune 26 Pisces, Pluto 0 Aquarius retrograde. Pluto's at a critical degree. Remember, when Pluto goes back into Capricorn on June 11th, it will be in Capricorn until 2024. Chiron 17 Aries, North Node 4 Taurus retrograde, Lilith 27 Cancer. All right, so let's see where everybody is from. Detroit, North Carolina, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Okay, yep, there we go. NYC. Ooh, I was just in NYC on Saturday. I love NYC. You know what? I can see myself having a life there, but it's more professional. Kazakhstan. Ooh, interesting. What time is it over there? All right, so see another question. Is Saturn in the 12th bad? No, it's actually very great. Saturn finds planetary joy in the 12th house. Depending on the sign, it could still, you know, it's still Saturn, by the way, so it means that it wants you to master your spiritual development, spiritual liberation, establishing a connection with the universe or establishing a connection with the unknown. Saturn's going to mature you in this area of life over a span of time. It's going to get better, but watch for people that have authority over you, bosses, people that are in these higher up positions. Your father figure can even be seen as karmic with this placement too. Maybe they're physically but not emotionally, could be absent altogether, because Saturn in the 12th can also represent the things that are hidden or things that are absent. But the 12th house is also things that eventually come out to light. So perhaps maybe you have a career in spirituality, wellness, healthcare. You also could be in music, could be an entertainer. So there's a variety of things that you can do in the 12th house. It's all about imagination. So Saturn here in the 12th house definitely wants you to stand in some solitude, is because you probably in that go energy. You probably have energy, especially if you have like Aries, fire signs, especially in the 12th house, they tend to have a lot of energy and they don't know where to place it. So going out and really going out in nature, if it's Jupiter, traveling to foreign lands can help you to develop yourself spiritually. All right, let's see here. I'm sweaty today. All right, on with the weather, since that just reminded me. Right now in New York, it's 71 degrees and it's hot. That sun is out. I'm trying to hide myself from kind of getting in the sun because I don't want to get darker. Last year I got darker and it stayed like until about October. I like me when I'm like in the, you know, the winter, spring months, because when it starts getting into summer, I like to bake in the sun and I'll come looking like somebody else's child. High 77, low 54 for today. It's not going to rain. It is sunny skies all day today. Afternoon's going to be 76. In the morning, it was 67. It's going to be 65 degrees in the evening time, 0 degrees precipitation. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Saturn in the third house. Wait, 9:40 p.m. 9:40. Oh my God. It's 11:42 over here. Didn't even start my day. You already ended it. You ate dinner and everything. Like, did you eat dinner? Hopefully you ate dinner. Okay, let's see here. Saturn in the third house, definitely getting you to master communication, developing your skills. Siblings, cousins, your immediate environment definitely may have, you know, something to do with this as well. Watch for gossip with this placement. Anytime when I see Saturn in the third, there are issues, especially early on in life, where people have definitely spread misinformation about you, where you've been gossiped about to some degree. This is karmic. Is because if you flip the script and end up gossiping or talking about other people spreading misinformation, this can come full circle. So definitely watch out for that. But definitely I would say that Saturn in the third can indicate that you want to do something in public speaking. Could be the jack of all trades, master of none. But hey, you'll always do better than the master of one. What else is Saturn in the third? Could represent a harsh relationship with siblings or cousins. I'm not gonna lie. There could be the little bit of the authoritative energy coming from you. But I will say it's getting better with time. The thing about the 3rd, the 6th, the 10th, and the 11th house, they all get better with time. In Vedic astrology, we call it the Upacha houses because they deal with skill and longevity. All right, let's see here. Saturn in the Leo in the 4th house, everyone says it's bad. It's not bad. It just requires effort, a lot of effort. It's because Saturn in the 4th house is sitting in a detriment position, and so is Saturn in Leo. So you're going to have to work with this Saturn energy here. Saturn in the 4th can usually indicate a harsh relationship with family members, home, particularly the mother figure. I'm going to take that as confirmation. Did you hear it out there? But this can also represent that you didn't get the nurture and care that you wanted or yearned for in early on in life, and so this can really indicate to me that you also need to build up your confidence, express yourself, put yourself out there, because family probably tried to hinder your light or dim your light for some degree. Now, with Saturn being in the 4th house, this can also be indicative of a chosen family coming in. So if your biological family didn't give you the love and the nurture, a chosen family will definitely come in here. Doesn't necessarily have to mean like you're going to get a new mom, a new dad, or whatever. These could just be like friends that you see as family. All right? But no, it's not a bad placement. It does get better. Anything with Saturn gets better over a span of time. It's just the placement of where it's sitting. Saturn in the 4th, not the ideal placement, but the closer it is to the IC, it actually is also indicative of building up a foundation for yourself. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so I'm getting readings here, so let me start with those. So for those that are getting a reading, let me put the information out here so you guys know. TRZO LLC. I don't know if you guys can see the sticker here. Some people said that they can. Some people said that they can't before. But it's right here, and if you can't see it up there, just scroll all the way up. I know I usually put it in, let's see here. I just sent you money. I forgot to put it in the message. Oh, just send it to my Instagram. Go to the icon that's on my profile and just send it there. And then I'll open it on my my handy-dandy iPad. All right. But yeah, so it's going to be $15 for today for those that are just joining on. We're going to do some readings in a second. Basically, I show your chart on the screen. We're going to learn. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to do all the A words. But that's what I do. We'll go over critical degrees. What are critical degrees? Critical degrees are degrees of significant importance. So if you have them, you need to pay attention to the house and the sign that they're in. Why? It's because when you have transits or aspects being made to those placements, fated events could happen to move you forward onto your path. So you want to pay attention to those placements when you have them. All right, yachts too, but we'll get into those because those are more specific. All right, so let's see who I got. Let's see. All right. Somebody just sent, okay, so I got Brittany and I got Brienne. I want to just see if I have a Cash App too, because I felt like I did.
After listening to a bunch of songs, I decided on One Sweet Day by Mariah Carey and
And then I have Ashley here too. Oh, never mind. I got, oop. Why is this not loading? Hold on 1 second. Okay, who's here? Okay, gotcha. So Brienne, I got you, and then I got Brittany. So, okay, Brittany, we're gonna start with you. DM'd you my, okay, great. Brittany, we're gonna start with you, and then Brienne, you're gonna be next. Is Brittany here? Just making sure. Saturn in the 7th in Pisces, don't fall in love with the potential. There could be delays in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. But this can also mean that like the universe just wants you to put structure and organization behind your dreams to make them a tangible reality. Saturn in Pisces could also represent karmic relationships. So be able to discern what is for you and what is not for you. When I say fall in love with the potential, it just means don't rush into a relationship just because somebody may look pretty or they may appear that everything is fine. You want to get to know somebody to their depths. When starting a business, this can actually be a favorable position for you because it may bring struggles and complications in the beginning, but it gets better over a span of time. Why? Is because Saturn's originally home in the 10th and the 11th, but it's exalted in the 7th house. So it does fairly well there. All right, Brittany is here. Great, great, great. So we're gonna enter our information here. Ooh. One sweet day. All right, Brittany is born in Detroit, Michigan. And 2/21, 1991, and 1. Sorry, I'm putting your whole government out there. I'm just sitting here spewing. Sorry. Forgive me, forgive me. All right. Did it load? There we go. Okay. So, for those that are getting a reading, if you do have any questions, feel free to ask. You know, I'll definitely answer. For those that are not getting the reading, just be sure to be cautious about those that are getting a reading because they may have questions, okay? But some people tend to come in and they won't know what's going on. Let's see here. I tried to send cash up with my birth info. Do I do this right? Are you Tiara? Because I got you. Yep, you did it just right. All right, so Brittany. All right, so everyone, let's say hello to Brittany. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Brittany. We're going to flip the camera, get you all set up. All right, so that's the chart. We're going to take a look to see if you have any critical degrees. As I said, critical degrees are degrees of significant importance. So if you do have a critical degree, you really want to pay attention to that house and that sign, all right? All right, let's see here. North Node 26 Capricorn's at a critical degree. I don't see anything else over here. Let's go over here. What do you have? You have nothing. You only have that one critical degree. Look at you. Nothing bad, nothing major. All right. So I'm going to go around the wheel. I used to start from the descendant to the ascendant, but I'm just going to go around the wheel. As I said, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. In this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on transformation and your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, as well as making peace with your past. You really want to notice or observe the power within you and accept the power that is within you here with Pluto in Scorpio, okay? Because other people may call you too intense, or they may be too intimidated around you and you don't know why. This is because you just being yourself is a very powerful thing because you're triggering other people's unhealed wounds for them to take off that mask, okay? Because you're living in your authentic truth and you seek that through other people, which this could be a tad bit uncomfortable, but you should not change anything within yourself, okay? If other people are projecting, don't take on that projection. That has more to do with them, less to do with you. But you need to realize the power that's within you, okay? Second house Sagittarius, nothing major here, no placements are here, so that's great. Just watch for frivolous spending, okay? Forming a belief system, a philosophy will definitely help you to grow or expand on your finances, your worth, and your value as well. With your second house ruler expressing itself through that 10th house, a lot of your finances and a lot of your financial standing, worth, and value as well can be found through career status, legacy, and life's work as well too. Also, I meant to, just jumping back to your ascendant real quick, major focus is going to be on your healing journey, as I said before, but this is just a further indicator through Mars in the 8th house. You are meant to share your wisdom with other people. Just watch for spreading misinformation or gossip, okay? And don't rush through your healing journey with Mars here, okay? Watch for arguments, the debating energy as well. All right, we do have your 3rd house in Capricorn. We have North Node, Neptune, and Uranus. Watch for sudden thoughts that can just come and go, because some of them can actually help you towards your future endeavors. This Virgo MC here too. We're going to get to that in just a second. But any ideas that come across, they can actually be quite innovative. So you want to be able to write them down, get them out there somehow. That way you don't forget that. With Neptune here, this can be, that's why I'm saying you may want to write them down, is because if you try to remember it, Neptune here can bring the smoke and the fog with your mind, and you may forget sometimes here too. You may yearn to be a great communicator to develop your skills further, and that's definitely going to happen for you. but you need to go after these themes in a more realistic sense instead of just depending on the universe to make everything right. But having a connection with the universe can definitely give you messages via your subconscious to share with others. This could be spiritual information or information pertaining to business, career, status, legacy, and life's work. It's actually what you're destined for. You're a jack of all trades, master of none, but hey, you'll always do it better than the master of one. Any of your ideas can actually bring and garnish wealth for you, since Saturn, the ruler of your third house, is second from itself in that fourth house, okay? Getting to your fourth house, we do have Saturn in Aquarius, and we have Mercury there too. Could indicate a harsh relationship with home, family, the mother figure. From early on, perhaps maybe you didn't get the love and the nurture that you wanted. You may yearn for a sense of belonging. Just be careful not to move to a specific place just for the sake of wanting to belong somewhere, unless it is detrimental, okay? With Saturn in the fourth, as I said before, this can be indicative of a chosen family energy. Perhaps if you're not getting the love and the nurture that you've gotten from your biological family, this can come in via a chosen family. Also with Saturn in Aquarius, another indicator, pay attention to your ideas, because you can actually progress society forward through implementing your ideas and executing them as a future endeavor of yours. With Saturn in Aquarius, the bigger you get, the smaller your friend group. That's just how the cookie crumbles, okay? So karmic relationships or karmic friendships can definitely be seen here. Not relationships, more friendships. So friends, groups, networks, organization can definitely come with some karmic lessons as well. With Mercury here, you definitely need to listen to your intuition. Also, not over-intellectualize your emotions. With Aquarius here, that can tend to be the case because they're so in their heads all the time. But just listen to your intuition. Don't question it. Don't second guess it. Definitely just go, don't, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be the impulse thing, but it's just more along the lines of just follow it instead of reacting to it by asking more questions, okay? Sun and Venus in the fifth house in Pisces, major focus is on building up your confidence, expressing yourself, shining your light, getting yourself out there. With Pisces here, just watch out for overindulgence, escapism, or addictive tendencies here. With Venus, other people like to have fun with you. You like to have fun with other people. Venus is at its strongest point here. As I said, just watch for addiction, watch for escapism as well. With Venus in Pisces, you may yearn for a partner that has that soulmate type of connection. Could be a karmic connection, could be for the positive though, all right? But Venus in Pisces though, I would just say establishing some sort of connection with the universe will help you to better express yourself or better be confident, or it can even help you to attract a soulmate here too. With your sixth house in Aries, just watch for overworking yourself in your day-to-day. Aries is actually doing a benefit for you here. When Mars or Saturn is in the sixth house, yes, it's going to give the malefic result, but it's actually going to give a positive result too, because malefic and malefic equals a positive. It's kind of like negative and negative equal a positive. It's kind of sort of like that too. Nothing major here, no placements for me to, you know, visualize. Just watch out for overworking yourself and rushing through any mundane responsibilities. Moon and Taurus in your seventh house, emotional fulfillment could be found through relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, worth and value, as well as building up material security for yourself, also applicable here. Just be sure to watch out for emotional manipulation, people taking advantage of your energy too when you're in a relationship dynamic as well. With Moon and Taurus, it is grounded energy. It's actually at its strongest point, but just be sure that we're not staying in relationships that do not serve us, that are quite toxic, okay? That could be the downside of Taurus in the seventh. All right, with Mars in Gemini in the eighth house, as I said earlier, major focus is going to be on your healing journey and transformation. Any wisdom you're meant to share with other people. Just watch out for arguments and the debating energy too. Also be sure not to rush through your healing journey as well, okay? With Chiron and Cancer actually in your ninth house, you may have wounds around a belief system or a philosophy. Perhaps maybe you grew up with a religion or a philosophy or a belief system that you didn't quite resonate with. It's to help you out actually. If you resonate with something emotionally, like a belief system, this can actually help you to heal not only yourself, but to heal other people. But you're meant to find the meaning of life for you. Let's see here, where's your moon? It's actually 11 places from itself. So once you find your own meaning of life, once you find your own philosophy or belief system, this can actually usher in a lot of gains through relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts for you. Quite expansive energy and actually quite fortunate energy for you too. But remember, you need to emotionally resonate with it for it to actually work for you. Now, you do have a grand trine within your fire houses or the angular houses here. So not only is it giving you intuition from the water signs as well as reflection or introspection, it's also giving you, putting you in alignment with your dharmic path, the path that you're meant to be on. All right? Moving on to your 10th house, you have Jupiter here. Just be sure to take on any opportunities from anybody that's wanting to help to build up your career status, legacy, and life's work. Major confidence is going to be needed when you are in front of the masses, but this can also represent that you're going to have a lot of fun in your career as well. Could be an artist, could be an entertainer as well, whatever it may be for you. You're definitely meant to enjoy yourself when you're in your career. Now, 10th house ruler is actually in the 5th house here. Very transformative. I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of ups and downs in the career, but it's gonna help to evolve you, to push you more towards your dharmic path, the path that you're meant to be on, okay? Let's see here. We do have Virgo MC, so part of your mission in this lifetime is really to personally develop yourself first and foremost, but help other people on their personal development journey as well as be of service to them in any way that deems necessary for you. With Mercury being in Aquarius at 6 places from itself may come with some conflict disputes, but I will say here that you being of service to other people is going to be quite progressive and quite innovative as well too. You can help to heal people on an emotional level as well, something that we have not seen in society before. Perhaps maybe you're the first person to do it, or very few people know how to do what you are planning to do. All right, be sure to listen to your ideas, as I said before, with Mercury and Aquarius, because you being confident and expressing those will actually bring in the hopes and the wishes that you've been desiring for, okay? Last but not least, we have your 12th house in Libra. Nothing major here, no placements that I see. Karmic relationships can be an indicator with Libra in the 12th house, but traveling to foreign lands can help to develop yourself spiritually too. With your, let's see, 12th house ruler in 6 places from itself in Venus and Pisces, another indication of karmic relationships that I see here, but I will say building up your confidence can help you to develop yourself spiritually as well. But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. I do see actually a T-square here. Tapping into your career status, legacy, and life's work will help you to alleviate yourself from any inner conflict and tension, all right? Thank you. All right, let's see here. So it was Brittany. All right, so I got some new Cash Apps that came in as well. I got Tiara, I got Shelby as well, all right? But up next, we have Brianne. I know you sent to my Instagram. Let's see here. Thank you so much. Of course, anytime. I'm hot. I'm hot, so I need some AC, if you know what I mean. Because it's a hot day today, and I feel like I'm wearing, like, these soccer mom clothes too. It's not helping. Let's see. All right, let's see. Can you explain what the House Lord is? Oh, yes. Okay, so the House Lord is the planet that rules that specific house. So actually, while I have pulled up, I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to explain. Okay, so when I'm talking about House Lords, also, let me change this to whole sign, so we can get more familiar. Where is that? Houses. And we want whole sign. Okay. So when we're looking at whole sign, you definitely want to look at the whole sign first. All right. So for instance, the first house will always be where your ascendant is. And in this case, the ascendant is in Scorpio. So the ruler of Scorpio, which in this case will be Mars. Okay. I do use Pluto as well, especially if there's a collective event happening. But usually for personal results, we're going to look at Mars. Okay. But when I'm talking about house lords or house rulership, what planet is ruling that first house? That will be the house ruler. In this case, it'll be the chart ruler, because any your ascendant planet that rules the ascendant will be the ruler of your whole chart, so it holds a lot of power. Okay, but say for instance your first house ruler, it's in Mars and Gemini. So Scorpio ascendant, it is expressing itself through Mars and Gemini. So for instance, let's look at the second house. The second house is ruled by Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius ruled by? Jupiter. So Jupiter in Leo has a major influence on your Sagittarius second house. Okay, so that's pretty much the house ruler, and that's what I mean when I'm referring to, oh, where's your house ruler? It's how many places from itself? That's all derivative astrology, all right? But if you guys want to learn more about derivative astrology, I do have videos in my archives when I was under another brand. I was under my own brand at the time before I switched to TRZO. But I do have archives down there if you guys want to know more about derivative astrology as well. I do have videos. I just need to what is it? I put it in a playlist because I used to have them in a playlist, but then when I rebranded, I deleted all my playlists. I shouldn't have done that, but they should be in my astrology basics. So definitely check that out as well. If not, I will definitely just remember to message me on the back end, and I'll actually comment and tag you in the video. All right. So let's see here, Brienne. Ooh. Thank you, of course. $156. Okay. All right, let's say hello to Brienne. Hi, Brienne. Hi, Brienne. All right, let's see if this... Oh, Leo Ascendant. See, if Mike were here, you guys would be chatting like schoolgirls. I say that every time when there's a Leo Ascendant here. All right, let's see if you have any critical degrees. You do. All right, Uranus 1 Capricorn, critical degree. MC 29 Aries, critical degree. You also had that solar eclipse happen in your career status, legacy, and life's work. How are you recovering? Did you feel anything? Let us know. All right, let's see over here. Sun 6 Aries. No, that's not a critical degree. I'm just looking at it. Venus 22 Taurus is actually critical degree. That's the only critical degree you have on this side. So you only have about 2 critical degrees. Oh, sorry, 3 critical degrees. Nothing bad, nothing major. All right, let's scroll back up here. Let's see what's going on. All right. In this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on expressing yourself, building up your confidence, shining your light, putting yourself out there, and not dimming your light because of other people's projection or dimming your light through self-sabotage because you're afraid of what other people may say or do. All right. Now, your chart ruler is actually 9 places from itself in that 9th house, Sun in Aries. It's in a very strong position here. Very great and fortunate energy manifesting for you just as long as you don't rush. Okay. Because with Sun in Aries, it's very great expressing with their personality because it's all about self, but sometimes Aries can be a little too impulsive and spontaneous, so watch out for that, especially pertaining to finding a philosophy, a belief system, or your own personal meaning of life. All right, let's see. I started a new job a month ago. Oh, congratulations. How are you liking it so far? All right, let's see here. 2nd house, nothing to worry about. You have no placements here. Just be sure to monitor your spendings. Watch for frivolous spending here. Why do I say that? It's because anytime I see a fire sign on the ascendant or on the 2nd house cusp, we tend to be big frivolous spenders. I said what I said. So just be sure to monitor your spending here. You'll actually benefit from having multiple sources of income. Okay, your 2nd house ruler is actually in Pisces. So it's 7th from itself. So it's actually desiring to have other people help them out in their finances. Developing a connection with the universe will definitely help you to better gain finances, because you actually may gain finances through a partnership, through an inheritance of some sort, through other people's money essentially too. But this can come in very spiritual ways and hidden ways as well. So establishing a connection with the universe can get you in alignment with that as well. I don't hate the job, so there's that. Tay, hey look, it's growth, progression. All right, let's see what else is going on here. We have 3rd house Libra. People like to hear what you have to say, don't hide it. All right, there's nothing major here, no placement, so I'm not worried about it. 3rd house ruler could be seen in Taurus, and that's 8 places from itself. So communication can actually be quite transformative for you. All right, be sure to let go of any thoughts that no longer serve you, anything that's no longer within alignment with where you would like to be as a communicator, siblings, cousins, immediate environment as well too, okay? Let's see here. Scorpio in the 4th house could be a generational curse breaker with that Pluto there. Intense upbringing, all right? Definitely intense situations that happened as well could have been transformative. Be sure to let go of any emotions that no longer serve you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment. That way you can get in alignment with your dharmic path as well. Give me just 1 second. I'm just pausing something because I'm getting a little distracted. Okay, with Pluto and Scorpio as well, holding on to what no longer serves you is actually stunting your emotional healing journey. Also, be sure to listen actually to your intuition. Any water signs here could be very intuitive as well. Let's see here. But your 4th ruler in Scorpio is actually manifesting 3 spaces from itself. Self-effort is required when you're working on your emotional regulation and gaining emotional intelligence, okay? Be sure not to rush here as well. Mars is actually in an exalted state, so I'm not that worried, but just be sure not to rush to try to find acceptance or rushing to process your feelings and your emotions as well. Not having kids, woo! Curses stop with me. Child, me too. Because look, I don't want any children. I'll have a dog. I'll have goldfish. dish, but you can't take them for a walk. Anyway, moving on. You have a 5th house in Sagittarius. Nothing major going on here. Just watch for overindulgence. That's it. All right. You'd like to have a good time. People like to have a good time with you. It's a good it's a party. It's a party. All right. Capricorn, you got quite the party here in Capricorn with your 6th house ruler being in the 6th house. Some positive results can actually come, but you have to watch your health here because Saturn in the 6th can definitely be a significator of illness, sickness, and ailments as well. So definitely pay attention to that. You'd benefit from having structure and organization in your day-to-day, like a routine or a schedule. That's very beneficial for you. You could change it at any point. Uranus here, sudden changes could be within the jobs. Well, you just said that you got a new job, so look at that. So Uranus in the 6th. But I will say, watch for changing jobs too frequently here. Pay attention to the ideas that you have when you're in your day-to-day, or especially when you're looking for another job, because they could be innovative and they can actually help you to manifest any future endeavors that you may have for yourself. With Neptune here, you may yearn to work for yourself, and I don't blame you. You may yearn to, get that dream job as well. But it's really focusing on your career status, like I say, in life's work. What is it that you'd like to do? Perhaps be of service to other people. Really just focus on your personal development journey as well. Who knows? With Mars here, just be sure not to overwork yourself to your detriment. You could be quite a workaholic here. Also, I don't blame you. You got things to do, people to see, But just be sure here that you're taking your time, okay? With Capricorn, it's all about time. Time is on your side here, all right? But as I said, pay attention to that physical health here. In Aquarius, you definitely try to yearn to be understood in relationships. You'd benefit from having a friendship, in a relationship, partnership, interpersonal connection, business contract before you make it any more serious, okay? Aquarius in the 7th house, very innovative business ideas. Be sure to put them into action, all right? There's a karmic field to business here, a karmic field to relationships, with your 7th house ruler being 12 places from itself. So definitely be sure here to discern which energy is right for you, all right? I wouldn't say that there's any, there could be delays in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, because Saturn does have an influence here. So usually after the Saturn return, this can actually indicate a long-term relationship for you. You already went through your Saturn return, so it's more catering towards the long-term connections, rather it being like a karmic per se. All right. Let's see here. Jupiter in the 8th house, you have Mercury of North Node, destined to focus on your transformation and your healing journey as well. Mercury here, very chatty subconscious. Pay attention to your dreams, because they can have messages that'll help you to heal, as well as help other people to heal as well too. Remember, the 8th house is the house of sharing. With Mercury in the 8th here, realize the power within your words. All right, is because sometimes when we're speaking, we don't realize our audience, and it's no fault of your own as well. This is not something that you have to change. It's more along the lines of realizing who you're around, because people have to be ready to hear the truth that you are speaking, okay? And this is just because you've been through your fair share of transformations, especially with that North Node in Pisces, and half of it was hidden. Look, but I will say here, the universe was removing your mask for you. It's because you'd be surprised with these 8th house placements, Scorpio placements too, how many people are wearing their mask, and how many people are being inauthentic because they don't want to accept that the darkness is within them. The darkness is within all of us, okay? You can't run away from it. We all been through some things, all right? But with the North Node here, it's naturally removing that mask. That way you could just be your authentic self and share your experience with other people. All right. With Sun and Aries, I talked a little bit about it in the beginning. Just be sure here that we're not rushing to find a philosophy or a meaning of life. All right. Also, be sure here with Aries, because you can actually find your identity yourself, your sense of independence through your own meaning of life. Just be sure that we are being practical. Okay. With your Aries MC, I think that was at the 29 degrees as well. Just be sure to not rush through career, status, legacy, and life's work. We want to take our time here. Watch for impulsivity and spontaneity as well. Jupiter conjunct your MC. You're going to attract a lot of attention. It may make you a bit uncomfortable from time to time, but you got to break out of that shyness, because whatever you're building for yourself, it's going to be around for quite a long time. But you need to put the structure and the organization behind your career, status, legacy, and life's work when you get the opportunities. All right. But other people definitely want to help you to grow your career, status, legacy, and life's work as well, with Venus there as well. So definitely take that on. Hey, makes life easier for you, doesn't it? All right. They're both in Taurus, so whatever you're building for yourself, as I said, it's going to be around for a long time, so it does require patience. 11th house in Gemini, with Chiron here, there may be wounds around feeling misunderstood, wounds around rejection as well. We definitely want to find acceptance within ourselves, acceptance for our unconventionality, definitely embracing our quirks as well, because you have a lot of innovative ideas, and you're different for a reason, but you didn't quite realize this early on in in life. So this is really important here that we heal those inner wounds, and definitely don't be afraid to beat to your own drum as well. All right, that's what helps you to heal yourself, which potentially helps to heal other people. Also finding an outlet to best get those opinions, thoughts, words out, whether that be speaking, writing, journaling, poetry, whatever that may be for you, that can actually also help you to heal yourself and heal other people as well. All right, with your 12th house in Cancer, Moon is here. Mother can definitely be karmic. All right, she may have been there emotionally. She may not be there emotionally, but she could be there physically, or she could be absent altogether. But you do find emotional fulfillment through your spirituality, your spiritual development journey, as well as trusting in the unknown, establishing that connection with the universe. Just be sure here to set up energetic boundaries. Sometimes you could take on energy quite easily here too. Sometimes it's hard to navigate where your emotions are coming from because you may not dwell on it too much, but listen to your intuition. It's trying to tell you something. You're definitely going to have any emotions that you may have suppressed or that may be buried in your subconscious pop up. That's that North Node energy, and that's that trine. Okay, so your healing journey is going to be very beneficial. Oh, let's pop this up. Boop. All right, there we go. Okay, so yeah, with your Moon in Cancer, very intuitive. You definitely want to listen to your intuition, because it's only when you don't listen to your intuition that things start getting karmic, okay? It's really important to watch out for emotional manipulation, caretakers, nurturers, because they can be karmic. This can come through hidden enemies, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. All right, let's see who's next. All right, let's see. Ooh, it's 12-12. Let me show you guys before it turns to 12-13. Look at that, 12-12. Look at God. All right, divine completion. I don't know who he needed to hear that. Thank you, spot on. Of course, anytime, anytime. All right. Tiara's up next. Is Tiara here? Ooh, face this way. Okay, there we go. Tiara's here. Is it better to use traditional rulers or modern rulers? Oh, she's here. Great. You can use both. I personally use both, but I use modern rulers in the case that there is something collective happening. So with Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, if there's a collective event happening, you definitely want to hinder that into your analysis. But for personal results, you always want to look towards the traditional ruler. So for instance, I just did a reading that somebody had the Scorpio ascendant. You want to look at Pluto because major focus is going to be on yourself. There's going to be a massive transformation there and identity and your independence. But you also want to look towards Mars, because Mars is how you're going to get the personal results of that specific rising. All right, let's see here. Oh, sleepy. Oh, we got a native New York. Where is Sleepy Hollow? Isn't that in Westchester, Orange County, Sullivan? 428. Wait, that was me. What now? Oh, I just used you as an example. I'm sorry. Westchester. Oh, interesting. How is it? I'm on Long Island over here. Let's see. All right, everyone. Let's say hello to Tiara. Hi, Tiara. Hi, Tiara. All right, let's see. Oh, Aquarius ascendant. Speaking of ascendants, let's see the polls real quick before we get into it. All right, Aries, Libra, 455. 455 for Aries and Libra. Oh, my God. Taurus, Scorpio, 2727. Gemini, Sagittarius, 1364. Cancer, Capricorn, 1818. Leo and Aquarius, 1364. Virgo, Pisces, 2273. Taurus and Scorpio in the lead so far. All right, let's see. Do you have any critical degrees, Tiara? I love it. Not a bad location. Oh, I love that. Let's see. Do you have any critical degrees? Not seeing any critical degrees over here. What about over here? Yeah, I'm seeing critical degrees. Mars, 0, Leo, critical degree. It's the only critical degree, actually. So nothing bad, nothing major. Let me just move this around a little bit. It's a little crooked, isn't it? All right. Okay, so in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. You are different for a reason, because you're here to innovate and progress society forward. All right, with Saturn, your chart ruler, being in your first house, any action that you take towards your future endeavors and also towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work, it does need consistency behind the action, okay? Your sense of independence will definitely come with time, as well as sense of identity. All right. Now, I will say here also with Aquarius, I want to take a look at Uranus because that is 12 places from itself, 1, and 2, it's the second or modern ruler of Aquarius. Now, with that being in your 12th house, major focus is going to be on spiritual development, spiritual liberation, establishing that connection with the universe, trusting in the unknown, all right? You want to pay attention to your subconscious mind. You definitely will better develop over a span of time with Capricorn being its ruler, and that's also expressing itself through the chart ruler too, so they all loop back to the same placement, Saturn and Aquarius, all right? Also, karmic lessons based from friends, groups, networks, and organizations. The bigger you get, the smaller your friend group. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, all right? Let's see here. Second house, nothing major to worry about in your second house. Just be sure to watch out for frivolous spending because Jupiter's influence with Pisces. Also, establishing a connection with the universe can definitely help you to further figure out ways on how to manifest some material resources for yourself as well. Establishing your worth and value can definitely come quite simple. Also, establishing that connection with the universe, focusing on spiritual development can help you to establish your worth and value as well. All right, let's see what else is going on here. We have Venus in Aries, Mercury in Aries too in that third house whole sign. People definitely like to hear what you have to say, but just watch for rushing through what you're saying, okay? So think before you speak, think before you do, okay? Because people are definitely listening to what you have to say, but watch for the impulsivity and the spontaneity behind it. In a relationship, you may want somebody who's going to match your energy, somebody who has a self-awareness, somebody who's aware of themselves and conscious of their energy and conscious about how their energy makes other people or conscious about their energy around other people per se. But I will say here, watch for spontaneity and impulsivity in a relationship as well. Rushing in or out of relationships too. All right. With Sun and Taurus in your 4th house, major focus is on processing your feelings and your emotions, your home and your family, listening to your intuition as well. Definitely could also be establishing that worth and value with the influence of Taurus here. All right. You do like to be at home. You do like to be comfortable. Just be sure not to get too lazy here, especially with Pluto being conjunct that MC and your North Node being in the 11th house too. Major work for you to do in this collective in this lifetime, but with the Sun here, it is definitely an indicator that you do know how to take the rest when it is needed. All right, you do have 5th house in Gemini, nothing major here. You just like to have fun, may like to play pranks on other people. Let's see here, with your 5th house ruler being 11 places from itself, you can actually gain rewards through expressing yourself, building up your confidence, putting yourself out there, and really just having fun with life, going on adventures, focusing on love and romance, and children can be applicable here as well. Perhaps maybe if you do have children, you could even have twins per se. You know, that's good in the cards. Let's see here. We do have Moon in Cancer as well as Mars in Cancer as well. Just making sure that Mars is actually in Cancer. Mars is actually in Leo, so that's going to be red for the 7th house. So Moon in Cancer in your 6th house just means that you find emotional fulfillment through mundane responsibility, your daily operations, work schedule, routine around personal development and physical health. Very intuitive placement here, but you take on energy quite easily. Just be sure to set up those energetic boundaries. That way people are not taking advantage of your energy or draining your energy as well. Also, be sure not to be of service to other people or help other people to your detriment. You want to be sure that you are paying attention to your own personal responsibilities before taking on the energy of other people. All right. Now, you do have Mars and Chiron in your 7th house. Major focus is going to be on relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. You have the energy and drive to really make a connection work. Just be sure here that we're not rushing into relationships, rushing in or out per se. Also, rushing around business dealings. You want to be sure that we're dotting our I's, crossing our T's, and not rushing to sign contracts here. With Chiron, there are wounds around relationships. Could indicate karmic relationships here. Perhaps people that just didn't have your purest intention at heart. Also, people try to dim your light per se and try to hinder your confidence. They didn't allow you to express yourself in the way that you wanted to express yourself. But be sure here that we're developing a relationship with ourselves and really just having fun despite who is watching. This is what helps us to not only heal ourselves, but to heal other people too. All right, nothing in your 8th house in Virgo. Transformation in your healing journey will definitely be methodical. Just be sure to watch out for criticism for self and for other people as well too. When it comes to occult sciences or occult knowledge, this is something that can actually get better over a span of time too, is because Virgo is all about data. So it does collect data from the underground per se. All right, with Jupiter and Libra in your 9th house, this means that expansion can come through finding a philosophy, a meaning of life, from, you know, or a belief system per se, but this could actually come from other people, with Libra having the influence on the 9th house. Very fortunate energy. Definitely take on any opportunity that comes your way, but be able to discern which is for you, what's not for you. 9th house ruler being in your 3rd house, which means it's 7 from itself. This means that the major focus here is going to be on listening to other people's perspective as well. All right. You definitely have a different perspective to share, juxtapose the traditional. So just be sure that you are putting yourself out there and really sharing your experience too. All right. Because there's a lot of wisdom and experience that has come from perhaps past lives. All right. With Pluto and Scorpio in your 10th house, just be sure not to over obsess over career status, legacy, and life's work. Very magnetic position, but you get the best of both worlds. Call yourself Hannah Montana. All right. Because you get the people that really, really love you, but then you get the people that don't really like you at all. Why? It's because you're triggering their unhealed wounds. You have a very powerful position here, is because you can transform the masses at once just by being yourself. All right. Just as long as you don't over obsess, as I said, with career status, legacy, life's work, or even power, this is really something that can be very beneficial to your benefit. When it's conjunct the MC, which means that you're going to be seen as a very powerful figure, but it's also very important here that you don't take on the intensity of what your role is, okay? Because if you take that on, you may not be able to perform to your best benefit, all right? With Sagittarius MC, you're meant to live the larger-than-life persona. It's what you're destined for. Also, focusing on friends, groups, networks, organizations. Any ideas that you may have can definitely be manifested towards a future endeavor of yours, all right? With your 11th house ruler, not 11 places from itself, we have a Pavat Pavam, which means that there's going to be extra benefits, gains, and rewards coming in for your destiny. You did something good in a past life. You did. It has come in full circle for you in this lifetime too. All right, you're very lucky in the area of friends, groups, networks, and organizations. And when it comes to manifesting your future endeavors and really fulfilling your desires, this is something that you're destined to do, and you will definitely do it. Don't be afraid to beat your own drum, and definitely better understand your unconventionality. You're different for a reason. All right, and leaving you off, we have your 12th house in Capricorn, Neptune and Uranus here. With Uranus, as I said, sudden karmic endings or sudden karmic situations that may take place here. This can be in regards to career status, legacy, and life's work. So just be sure that we're not holding on to something that no longer serves us as well. We want to pay attention to your subconscious with Neptune here, because that can give you messages on how to move forward in your career status, legacy, life's work. Just be sure to set up energetic boundaries, as I said, within your day-to-day, because there needs to be the balance between spiritual and personal development as well. All right, that's all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. All right, let's see who's next. Okay, so I have Shelby, I have Olivia, and that's it for now. So Shelby is up next, by the way. Thank you. Of course. Anytime. Tara, I just got your Venmo payment, unless I just said that before. Olivia. Okay, no, Tara, I just got yours. Okay, cool. It's $15, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. I'm sorry. I'm not advertising today. I'm kind of just in my zone. It's $15, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, TRZO LLC. The name is synonymous through all 3 platforms here. All right, so is Shelby here? Did I see Shelby before? I don't see her. Let's see. Okay, Shelby is here. Ooh, Scorpio magic. Wow, Shelby, your birthday is actually 3 days before mine. Fun fact. Not same year, though. Not same year. You're actually 2 days older than my brother to the year and everything. By the way, let me do this way. Shelby and Jackson, Michigan. All right, let's see. We're going to check our polls in just a second as well. I want to see, are people voting? By the way, for those that are not voting, do you guys, because I remember somebody said not too long ago that they don't have access to polls. So I like to take polls just to see who's coming in, you know, just to see who's going to win. I'm one for competition. I have the 5th house placements in Scorpio, you know, so I like the competition a little bit. You know, wow, I have 2 Scorpio children too, and I'm a Scorpio as well. Let's see here. All right, so Taurus, Scorpio, 30, it's in the lead. We have Leo and Aquarius finally catching up, 20. We have Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, 16, 67. Gemini, Sagittarius, 10, as they should be. I said what I said because they won last time. Aries and Libra, 625. What's my rising sign? Cancer. It is Cancer, Cancer. All right, everyone, let's say hello to Shelby. Hi, Shelby. Hi, Shelby. All right. Gemini ascendant. All right. Let's see. Like last time. Right. Well, Taurus and Scorpio, I always have my heart for them because it's either them or Aries and Libra that always win. You know, Gemini and Sag, I remember they won that one time. And then Leo and Aquarius won once, and then I've never seen them in like the top 3 ever again. All right, let's see here. What are the critical degrees over here? Not seeing anything on this side. Let's go over here. Are there any critical degrees over here? Wow, very spiritually protected with that moon in Cancer. 2525 could be a confirmation, could be an angel number that you see as well. But look, you have no critical degrees, no critical degrees. Look at you. All right, over here, let's see this Gemini ascendant, Gemini. All right, so in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on being witty, lighthearted, and becoming curious of mundane knowledge. Siblings, cousins, your immediate environment may also be applicable. You're really meant to focus on your communication and developing your skills as well, but watching for spreading any misinformation, watching for gossip as well. It's all about integrity here. All right, this can best manifest through your expression, through your confidence, shining your light, putting yourself out there, not dimming it because of other people's projection. Definitely, other people like to hear what you have to say. Could be naturally witty, all right, with your 5th house in Mercury in the 5th house in Libra. I will just say watch for lying energy just for the sake of people pleasing or for the sake of trying to be in people's good graces, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. With Cancer Moon, very intuitive placement, but money can definitely wax and wane or come and go per se, because anywhere where the moon is, it's constantly changing, constantly going through phases, constantly, you know, ongoing, okay? Moon is the fastest luminary that we have, but with it, it actually brings a lot of intuition, so definitely listen to your intuition. It can help you to build your finances for yourself, okay? It can also help you to build up your worth and value over time, all right? Let's see here, but there are a lot of natural talents, nurturing abilities, as well as introspective abilities too, reflective abilities, I should say. With Mars and Leo, very direct speaker, very passionate speaker as well. Very confident in your in your communication too. If you're not confident, this is actually going to get better over a span of time, especially with your 3rd house ruler being 4 places from itself. It's going to bring you bliss and fulfillment, but it's something that's in development per se, all right? But with Mars here, just watch out for the argumentative energy. Definitely watch out for gossiping, watch out for the debating energy as well, because it can get quite tiring. Something that can help you out here is backing up anything that you share with somebody else via information. Backing that up with your own personal experience is actually what you're destined to do within your mission for this lifetime. Also with career, status, legacy, and life's work, okay? Because bringing your perspective, bringing your progressive experience and putting that in what you say, that can actually help other people, you know, on their lives, or it can actually help them tenfold too. So just be confident within that as well. With Chiron and Virgo in your 4th house, it is really important to first and foremost not over-intellectualize your emotions. With Chiron and Virgo, though, it's very tone of delivery based. Based off of how you just express yourself, put yourself out there. Other people think that you are talking down upon them is because they're looking at it like they're coming from a space of, oh, well, you look like you have it all together and everything like that, and the way that you're talking to me, I don't like it. It's projection. Don't take that on, okay? Really focus on your own personal development journey, processing your feelings and your emotions and feeling them through, okay? That'll help you to not only heal yourself, but potentially to heal others as well. Virgo is a sign that gets better with time, unlike my communication here. Mercury retrograde, am I right? But I will say with Chiron and Virgo in the 4th house, these are wounds that could have been caused from the family, your home life, perhaps maybe even your mother figure as well. Now, I will say that there's effortless opportunity, so just prioritize your healing journey and your transformation. This will help you to heal yourself and heal others as well. All right, 5th house in Libra, we already talked about it. Other people like to hear what you have to say. Watch for overindulgence. Definitely watch for self-splurging, okay, because this can get out of hand really quickly. okay, okay? This can actually cause a little bit of conflict with your healing journey here. Just be sure that if in the case we're talking about like relationships and things like that here, if you want a relationship, you need something that's going to have more depth, but somebody is going to challenge that and they're really going to transform you. So if there's something that is transformative that you may want, something that is a deep connection, that can come in for you, but it may be a little too intense. It may be a little too, what's the word? You may need some discipline with this, and this may stray you back to having fun and everything like that. So you may come across a relationship that's going to be transformative for you, and it's going to last a very long time. But what may cause conflict is it may not be fun. It may not allow you to like be yourself at all times, you know? So just be sure that within those times that you feel that you're not getting your needs met by expression, that you're putting yourself out there, but doing so in a diplomatic manner. All right? So you do have a lot of placements in your 6th house. You have the Sun, you have Venus, you have North Node, you have Jupiter, and you have Pluto as well. You were definitely born in 94 because this energetic lineup was not seen anytime else. Probably like late 93 and early 95, but no other time had that energetic lineup. So with Sun here, major focus is on your mundane responsibility, daily operation, work schedule, routine around personal development and physical health. With Venus here, just be sure that we're not overly giving our energy to other people to our detriment or just for the sake of people pleasing here as well too. You are a picky patty. I'm gonna say what I said. I said what I said. You're a picky patty, which means that you know what you want, okay? And you definitely raise your own standards. Just be sure here when you're setting your own standards that you're not setting it so high that you can't meet your own standards here, okay? I have Venus in the 6th. I'm guilty of this too from time to time. North Node definitely destined to focus more on building structure and routine in your day-to-day, juxtaposed just going with the flow and allowing the universe to make everything happen and things like that. These are spiritual gifts for you in this lifetime, but you're really also meant to put in the action and the tangible steps that are needed to make your dreams, Saturn, South Node in the 12th house, a tangible reality in the 6th, okay? With Jupiter here, Jupiter can definitely make you a busy bee, so just be sure to not take on more than what you can actually handle. But with Jupiter in the 6th, also just be sure to watch out for your physical health because Jupiter can expand on little things that we may ignore, all right? With Pluto here, I don't know who told you that you need to be productive and, you know, go above and beyond in order for people to be like, wow, you're amazing, you're terrific, you're amazing. No, you don't need to go above and beyond and put all the bells and whistles on everything in order to make an impact, in order to make a difference, in order to be of service to other people. You could be of service to other people just by simply showing up and being yourself. That's it. That is it. I also have Pluto in 6th house too. That's probably why I can say it so, you know, confidently. But I will say here that it is really important not to over-obsess over being perfect, over-obsess over constructive criticism, over-obsess over your development journey. You're meant to get better over a span of time. And other people may not see what is within you, but you have to know what is within you and what you can do. That is really all that matters. That's what's going to help you to step into your power. All right? Nothing in Sagittarius, but I will say in a past life, you definitely could have been focused on gaining experience, really focusing on finding a philosophy, a meaning of life, a certain belief system. Didn't necessarily have to be spiritual in this lifetime. These themes are going to pertain to relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. All right, let's see here. You have Uranus and Neptune in the 8th house. Sudden transformative changes can definitely happen, but it's all helping you towards your healing journey. You're meant to share the wisdom that comes with that with other people. You may yearn for a connection that is deep, something that is more intimate and vulnerable, and this can actually come for you, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done with your transformation as well as your healing journey. So let's be sure that we are prioritizing that within our lives as well. With Aquarius MC, part of your mission in this lifetime is to do something that not many people know how to do. It could be very original, could be something that you are the first person to do. Whatever it is, it's going to be very expansive for you here, and it could also help you to find the meaning of life. So don't be afraid to tap into those ideas and really put yourself out there in regards to executing it. Remember, Aquarius is all about trial and error as well. But with your 9th house ruler being in the 10th house, this is something that is going to be around for quite a long time. It is going to require hard work, consistency, and structure, but once you get the success and the status, you're going to be able to retain it quite easily. Now, Saturn and Pisces, you're going through your Saturn return right now. Oh, why did I do that? Let's see. Boop. All right. With your Saturn return happening currently, the universe wants to make your dreams a tangible reality, but it wants you to put the structure and the organization behind it in order to retain it so it can last for a very long time. During this time, it is also very important that you're learning who you are to other people, because the 10th house, especially with Saturn here, it's going to show you your place in the world. It's going to show you what you want to, like who you are to the masses. So this is now a great time to really put in the work and really, get things going. All right. Because this can actually manifest something that's going to be around for a very, very long time for you. All right. With your 11th house in Aries, you may find yourself in leadership positions naturally, or you could even be the leader of your friend group. Just be sure that we're not rushing to execute any future endeavors or rushing in or out of friend groups or friendships as well. With last but not least, your 12th house in Taurus, money could also be karmic as well as your worth and value. Your immediate family may feel karmic from time to time, but you have a lot of gifts, natural gifts and talents that can also be karmic, but in a good way. Traveling to foreign lands can definitely help you to develop yourself spiritually, but setting up those energetic boundaries can also help you there as well too. But I will say with Taurus in the 12th house, this is something that once you get in the zone of really focusing on your spiritual development journey, this is something that can last you a very long time. The tools and the techniques that you develop within your spiritual development journey can last a very long time when you it could potentially help other people too. Just be sure here to find a balance between giving and receiving though. All right. That's pretty much all I'm seeing. I do see a conflict square. I might as well call it the conflict triangle, or the triangle of tension is what I'm seeing. So tapping into your spiritual development, spiritual liberation, establishing that connection with the universe, trusting in the unknown, and traveling to foreign lands just for the sake of spiritual development, that'll actually help you to ease up any inner conflict and tension that you may have within your day-to-day. All right, but that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank y'all. Okay, let's see here. Last call for readings, by the way. Last call for readings. Let's see. Last call for readings. I'll tell you who I have. Olivia, I have Tara, I have Litzy, and I have Taylor on deck. Olivia's up next, by the way. Wow, that was amazing. Thank you so much. Of course. Thank you. Of course. All right. Yes, so Olivia's up next, and then we have cool. All right, so I'm going to say that readings are closed. But if you send before 12, I'd say 12:39. I'll give it 2 minutes. Of course, I'm in New York, so I'm on Eastern time zone, but readings are closed. But if you send it within the next 2 minutes, I'm going to turn the blind eye, if you know what I mean. There we go. All right. Hey, from Chicago. Chicago. It's a city that's exciting. It's a city that's inviting. It's a city for a person just like me. They have a lake called Michigan. I think I might be fitting in. The city is my favorite cup of tea. Chicago. Thank you. I'm here all week. Okay, let's see here. I sent on Cash App about 10 minutes ago. Did you receive? I did receive a Cash App, but Is that Olivia? Hold on a second. Oh, no. I said, yep, I got it. Yep, I got your Cash App. You're fine. Thank you. Tell your friends I'm here all week. You know what's so funny? I have no problem singing in front of my camera here. But then when I'm in an open mic night, I'm like, I don't get it. Let's see. All right, so let's see here. Who's next? That's Olivia. Is Olivia here? Did she come in? Oh, there we go. That's okay. I gotcha. Hello, Jello. That was Olivia. Yes, I'm here. Okay, great. Cool. Kayla sent. Oh, thank you. Okay. You said Olivia. My name is Elena. No, Olivia's up next. Elena, I got yours, but you're actually second to last on my list. I just had to reload my my emails. Let's see. Okay. Is it warm in Chicago right now, or is it still cold? I don't know. May is going fast, by the way. I'm ready for this this retrograde to be over, you know? Got it. Thank you. It's pretty warm but cloudy. I get that. I get that. I'm ready for summer to come. I'm excited that everything's getting warmer outside, but I'm sweaty. That's why I'm trying to, sit from a distance because I'm a little sweaty, and this summer seems like it's gonna be hot. All right, everyone, let's say hello to Olivia. Hi, Olivia. Hi, Olivia. All right, let's see. All right, let's just see if you have any critical degrees. I'm gonna move that this way. All right. I'm not seeing any critical degrees over here. Let's see if you have any critical degrees over here. It's gonna be extra crispy this summer. Absolutely. I feel it. I mean, over here in New York, it wasn't cold. We didn't get that much snow. But it wasn't like, it was cold, but it wasn't cold. You know what I mean? So I felt like usually when it's like the warmer winters, we get the colder summers. But today, oh my God, today was hot. It's hot, So I'm ready for the hot, but I also don't want to burn and prune in the sun. I'm not trying to look like a raisin. Okay, let's see if you have any critical degrees over here. You do have Mars 29 Taurus critical degree. That's it. That's the only one that I'm seeing. Not too bad. Not too tensor. All right, let's see. Okay, so you have the party in Leo. So in this lifetime, you're really meant to build up on your confidence, express yourself, shine your light, not dim it because of other people's projection. There are wounds here because of it. And you have Chiron conjunct the ascendant. Could be a healer, okay? Could have cried a lot. Did you cry a lot too? Because other people tried to dim your light because you took on that projection. Let's see here. Are they self-inflicted? It's not self-inflicted. Look at God doing you a solid. All right. I will say you need to learn how to have fun despite whoever's watching, okay? Because people are going to judge you until the day that you die. There's nothing that you can do about it. But when you learn how to express yourself despite who's watching, that's when you can step in your power. That's when you can heal not only yourself, but to heal other people as well. And other people are going to like to see this glow up. Yes, they are. But watch out for the people pleasing with Venus being here too, okay? You do like to have fun, and you need adventure in a relationship, by the way. You need adventure, fun. You need to go out and enjoy yourself. You need the recreation. You do. All right? With Mercury here, very smart, very intelligent, by the way, too. But you have a lot of ideas that you can utilize within your future endeavors, career status, legacy, and life's work as well. With the ascendant also in here too, not the ascendant, the sun. Major focus is going to be on yourself, identity, independence, your life's direction, taking action towards your life's direction, and also giving back to yourself through self-nourishment, okay? First house ruler in the first house, which means that major focus is just going to be on yourself instead of other people. Just be sure to find the balance between relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, and your self-identity, independence, so on and so forth. With your Jupiter and Virgo in the second house, watch for frivolous spending here, okay? Because money can come in quite easily, but it will definitely go out a little bit quicker, okay? So just be sure to monitor your spending. You'd actually benefit from having multiple sources of income, all right? With Mercury being 12 places from itself, okay, spending can be quite karmic. Your money and your worth and value could also be quite karmic as well. Watch for people that are trying to devalue you or make you feel like you're not worth it, okay? Because that could be quite karmic here. All right, let's see here. We do have third house in Libra. People definitely like to listen to what you have to say. So don't be afraid. Don't shy away from what you have to say. It can actually give you gains and rewards because Venus, the ruler of your third house, is 11 places from itself in that first house. The more you're yourself, the more you express, your opinion, your thought, the more that other people are going to come in. You're going to attract your live studio audience. I'm not mad about it. I'm not. All right. But watch out for spreading gossip and misinformation. Okay. Because that's not cool. It's not cool. Fourth house, Pluto. I will say here, you definitely may feel as though that you're a generational curse breaker to some degree. Very transformative upbringing, intense situations happening. All right. Be sure that we are letting go of the emotional, the emotional selves that no longer resonate with us, that's no longer within alignment, dealing with any suppressed emotions that may come up too. You want to prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life. This will really help you to not only heal yourself, but this can actually, you can share wisdom that can heal others. It'll also help you to step into your power, okay? Let's see, what else? Did I hit everything? Pretty much. Oh, also, with processing your feelings and your emotions, you want to give yourself time to do that. That way you learn about emotional regulation and emotional intelligence as well. Let's see. Now, you do have your North Node in the 5th house of Sagittarius. Great place to have it, not gonna lie. Building up your confidence, expressing yourself, shining your light. Another indicator to what we were talking about in the first house. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm stumbling over my words. I really want Mercury retrograde to be over. Anyway, with North Node being in your 5th house in Sagittarius, also finding a philosophy or a meaning of life, a belief system, doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual. That will also like move you towards fated events in life, really putting yourself out there. You're meant to have fun in this lifetime, okay? Because in the past, you were very much focused on the larger organization, the larger group. And in this lifetime, it's meant to be all about you, just as long as you're not being too egotistical or looking outside yourself for validation. That's right, I said it. All right? Because you're really meant to expand here, okay? The universe is really moving you towards expansion. It's going to be a very fortunate energy. You have a lot of past life fortune manifesting in this lifetime. Why? Because the 5th house is actually 9 places from the 9th house, okay? So that's past life fortune. In your 6th house, you do have Uranus and Neptune, which means that you can change your jobs quite frequently, but you do want to pay attention to your ideas within your day-to-day. They're quite innovative. They can help you towards your career status, legacy, and life's work, and executing any future endeavors that you may desire to execute. With Neptune being here, just set up energetic boundaries in your day-to-day. That way people are not taking advantage of your energy or draining your energy at all too. All right. With this being in Capricorn, you may benefit from having routine structures and organizations within your day-to-day as well. All right. And that's, that 6th house ruler is actually in the 7th house. So that means that you can actually gain a lot of money within your day-to-day. A job will definitely contribute to your personal income journey, as well as perhaps maybe even a business. But moving on to that 7th house, Saturn in Aquarius is actually a great placement to have, despite what other people may say. Yes, it is in its home sign, but it's the favorable placement between Capricorn and Aquarius. When Saturn's in Aquarius, this means that we don't have to put in as much work as Saturn in Capricorn, because Saturn in Capricorn is quite a karmic placement. But with Saturn in Aquarius, this means that there are karmic lessons around friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. When it's in the 7th house, this means that there's also karmic lessons with relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business, and business contracts as well. There could be delays in relationships, or karmic relationships can even show up here too. So just be sure that we are discerning between what is for us and what is not for us. Starting a business may come with challenge and obstacles in the beginning, but of course it will get better over a span of time. Quite progressive and innovative here too. So definitely tap into that if that's something that you're interested in too. I will say after your Saturn return, in which you already went through your Saturn return, this can actually indicate a long-term connection as well. All right, with your 8th house in Pisces, nothing major to pay attention to here. Just be sure that we're not escaping our healing journey and our transformation. With your 9th house being in Aries, just be sure that we are not rushing through finding our philosophy, a meaning of life, or a belief system, okay? Part of your mission in this lifetime with Aries MC is to do whatever it is that you feel drawn to do. Just be sure that we're not rushing to get that done. Rushing through career status, legacy, and life's work may result in some stagnant energy or may result in accidents. So just watch out for that as well. With 10th house being in Taurus, you have Mars here. That means you have the energy and drive to go after your career status, legacy, and life's work. Just be sure not to rush through those dealings. It's another indicator. Taking your time, slowing down with Taurus energy will definitely be favorable here for you. Now, with your 10th house being in Taurus, other people definitely want to help you to grow your career status, legacy, and life's work. Just be open to other people helping you out. You're not meant to do it alone. Whatever you're building within your career status, legacy, and life's work will definitely be around for a long time. It just requires patience. I know with Taurus energy, it's like watching paint dry. I said what I said. 10th house ruler being in your 1st house, your career status, legacy, and life's work is going to bring you a lot of bliss, fulfillment, and joy. All right. With your moon being in Gemini in the 11th house, major focus of emotional fulfillment will be on friends, groups, networks, and organizations. You do have a lot of ideas. Just be sure that we are executing them in our future endeavors here too. Emotional fulfillment can also be found by fulfilling our desires. So with Gemini here, you're actually meant to put your eggs in multiple baskets. You're not just meant to do just one thing. So just be sure that we are putting our eggs in multiple baskets, trying things to see which sticks and what doesn't stick as well. All right. You are well emotionally supported. Absolutely. Through friends, groups, networks, whoever, you're well supported emotionally here too. And last but not least, with Cancer in your 12th house, you don't have any placements there, but mother figure could definitely be karmic. She could have been there physically, but not emotionally, or she could be absent altogether. Just be sure that we are setting up energetic boundaries. That way we're not taking on anybody's energy quite easily. Also, this can help towards spiritual development and liberation as well. Establishing a connection with the universe can also be favorable for you, as well as establishing some sort of connection with the unknown too. But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. All right. Let's see. All right, readings are now closed, everybody. Readings are now closed. I already have the last person here. Let's see, just making sure. Okay, cool. How can I get mine? Readings are now closed, unfortunately. So if in the case that you didn't get your reading today on live, you can always book a reading with me here on Universal Analysis. It's in the link in my bio. All you have to do is sign up. You can actually choose your date and time. I do astrology, numerology, and tarot. Ooh, I'm just trying to fit this way. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And then on live, I should be back, if not Wednesday, then Thursday. So if you missed today, I'll be back later in the week. All right, who's next? Did I... Oh, hold on a second. Okay, cool. So, let's see. Is Tara here? Oh, Tara's already here. Tara already knew the order. Look at you, Tara. All right, let's see here. New Jersey. Are you still in New Jersey? I'm a native New Jerseyan. What do you call people from New Jersey? I'm from Jersey. Like, what do you call them? Because we call the native New Yorkers native New Yorkers. You know, do we just call you Jerseyan? The New Jerser? I don't know. You know? No, Cali. Oh, so you just up and dipped us all together. Oh, okay. So was the East Coast too much for you? Did we eat too much greens and cornbread? Was that it? Anyway, I'm just kidding. How's California? How you liking it? Jersey girl for life, right? You can remove the girl from Jersey, but you can't remove the Jersey from the girl.
I'm trying to find something else. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Too cold. Tea. Well, you never lied. No, I prefer East Coast people. Absolutely. Okay, so I went to college in Las Vegas. And the amount of people that are not from the East Coast out there, it's concerning. You know, now I know everybody's from out there, but I'm like... there's a difference in mentality, and it's obvious and evident, you know. Also, they don't have potato bread out there. They probably do, but it's not Martin's, you know, and you can't find Martin's out on the West Coast. I was surprised when I found it in Texas, you know, because I was like, yeah, and I know that you guys don't know Martin's potato bread, not out there, because they don't even have Hellman's. They have Best Foods, the tea. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. How do I feel about Chiron in the 4th house? I don't feel about it at all, you know, because I don't have that placement. But I will say with Chiron in the 4th house in Aquarius, there are wounds that are coming from your family. Perhaps you may feel rejected from your family, or you may feel different, that you're trying to fit in with your family, but it's just not working out, and that can actually cause a wound. Focusing on belonging to yourself, finding a place of belonging within yourself, this will actually help you to heal yourself and heal other people, but not being afraid to beat to your own drum. You're different for a reason. All right, I'm a Taurus Sun, Scorpio rising, and from Buffalo, New York to boot. Oh, come on, Buffalo, New York. Another native New Yorker. Anytime that when people are from New York, I'm just going to sing that. And if you're from New Jersey, I'll give you like the CVS New York. So we have a CVS native New York. All right, let's see. Y'all hear my mom gossiping with her friend over there? I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. You know, it's so fun to listen to them. I know she's probably listening to me. New York is for life. Exactly. See, but you know what? I'm trying to get out of here. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm trying to get out of here because, like, I've been here all my life, you know? I'm a Scorpio moon as well. Look, I'm a Scorpio sun. I love the way you talk. Thank you. Thank you. It's getting better with time. North Node and 3rd. Thank y'all. But yeah, no, I'm trying to get out of here because the cost of living, I just can't mutate my arms and legs like that per month. I just can't do it. So everyone, without further ado, let's say hello to Tara. Hi, Tara. Hi, Tara. Okay. Scorpio risings. Oh, see, Tara, you're well supported because we have all the Scorpio risings just waiting here for you. And I'm waiting here for you. All right, here we go. Let's see. Do you have any critical degrees? You do. MC, your midhaven's at 21 degrees Leo. That's a critical degree. And then let's see over here. Do you have any critical degrees? Jupiter 8 Scorpio, critical degree. Your Saturn placement's taking a shit on my moon. I said what I said. You know, I would appreciate it if your Saturn would get off the pot because, like, my moon placement is not a seat for it. Anyway, moving on. Mind your own, mind your own. Okay, so in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your transformation and your healing journey going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, as well as making peace with your past. Letting go of what no longer serves you and letting go of what no longer is in alignment will definitely put you in alignment with your dharmic path, the path that you're meant to be on. You have a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom coming in from a past life into this lifetime with Jupiter being in the 1st house. You also have Mars here as well. With Mars, it's giving you the energy and drive to take action towards what it is that you'd like to do. Just be sure not to rush, watching out for for impulsivity and spontaneity as well, but Mars is in its home sign in Scorpio, so it's more introverted in this aspect. Not calling you an introvert, but Mars is more introverted in this chart. With Jupiter here, you are a truth seeker, so learning the power within yourself and learning the power within your wisdom is going to be highly favorable and applicable for you here. All right, don't take on the projection from other people. It's because other people may project onto you because you are triggering their unhealed wounds. All right, you're giving them the choice to heal or project. 9 out of 10 times they'll project. They don't want to take off the mask quite yet. All right, but when they reach their Saturn return, they just might. They just might. Who knows? You know, a first house ruler is in the first house, which means that learning your identity, your independence is really much of importance, just as long as we're not rushing that process, okay? Or over obsessing over that process too. I don't like being called introvert. I'm sorry. I'm very dislikable. No, I like you. Don't say that. Don't say that. All right, you have Uranus and Neptune in your second house in Sagittarius. Definitely watch for frivolous spending. Money can come in easily. It can definitely leave just as easy as well too. Now, I will say here, be sure to not spend more than what is coming in. I hope you understood what that meant. You know, don't put out or don't give out your money more than what is coming in. All right. You may yearn for financial stability and security. This can definitely happen for you, especially when you find your own meaning of life. Your second house ruler is actually 12 from itself, quite karmic here. So not an energy I would particularly mess around with, because this can actually happen suddenly to where there's no money at all in the cards for you. So I will say that you are clearing some karma here, but everything will get better over a span of time. All right. We do have Capricorn here in the third house. It is really important that we are working on developing our communication, developing our skills, as well as focusing on siblings, cousins, your immediate environment, becoming curious of mundane knowledge as well. This is naturally going to get better with time, but watch for gossip and spreading this information about people. This will definitely be karmic for you. Okay, now we have your third house ruler, 10 places from itself. You're dealing with some karma in regards to communication as well. Perhaps some of the things that you say, people may take that on as karmic, or perhaps maybe there could be some argumentative energy. But definitely, as I said, watch out for spreading gossip and misinformation. This is going to come full circle for you. All right, I cannot stress that enough. And you have Saturn in its strongest point, so it's not going to hold back because you know it's in the 12th house. All right, we do have Aquarius in the 4th house. Definitely be sure to not over-intellectualize your emotions that we're feeling them through. Okay, you have nothing here that is of major importance. This can represent an unconventional upbringing, but the only thing that I will say here is just watch for over-intellectualizing the emotions. All right, Pisces in the 5th house, nothing major here too. Just be sure to watch out for escapism, addictive tendencies as well. Establishing a connection with the universe can definitely help build up your confidence and to express yourself too. With Aries in the 6th house, it's actually beneficial for health. Hey, Aries is fighting for your health here, so it's pretty good. Just be sure not to overwork yourself to your detriment. Do not rush through your day-to-day, your mundane responsibilities as well, okay? Don't do it. It can lead to accidents. All right, with Taurus in your 7th house, past life could have been focused on establishing your worth and value, really focusing on building up your material security, as well as really giving back to yourself through self-replenishment, focusing on immediate family as well as your gifts and talents. Now, with your Chiron here, this can actually talk about wounds in relationships, karmic relationships as well could be an indicator here, but wounds around establishing your worth and value. Perhaps past relationships could have hindered your worth and value, may not have made you feel like you were worthy enough, or could have undervalued you to some extent. You know, I've overdone the running. What do you mean by that? But with Chiron and Taurus, having a relationship with yourself and really focusing on building up your own worth and value, asking the universe when enough is enough, this will help you to not only heal yourself, but to heal other people as well. All right, with your 7th house ruler in Virgo, 5 places from itself, once you heal yourself, you can actually attract the people that are meant for you, and you can build a little audience for yourself. Oh, you have a restraining order. Oh, so I will say here, you know, there are definitely wounds in regards to that. With this being in Virgo, just be sure not to be so critical over yourself, okay? Watch for self-criticism. Definitely don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up for past things that have happened, all right? Overdone running Aries in 6th house. Gotcha. Let's see here. And then Chiron, sorry, your 8th house in Gemini, I will say here there's nothing major to pay attention to, but you are meant to share your wisdom from your healing journey with other people. Just as long as you're not spreading misinformation, you're going to be all good here. Now, you could definitely change the game for occult sciences because, hey, you could do multiple things, you know, because Gemini is all about doing things in multiple. So I will say that maybe you have multiple things to heal from, or maybe multiple transformations that you will go through in your lifetime, okay? With Cancer North Node in the 9th house, fortunate energy manifesting for you, especially with the moon placement here, 9th house in the 9th house, or 9th house ruler in the 9th house. I would say very intuitive placement. You want to listen to your intuition, and you definitely don't want to not listen to it, because that's when things turn real interesting, doesn't it? But you're destined to find a philosophy, a meaning of life, a certain belief system. Doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual, but you are meant to expand on these themes. I recommend finding a belief system or a philosophy that emotionally resonates with you. If it doesn't emotionally resonate with you, I don't think it's worth it. It's not going to last a long time. It's going to get the chop, okay? Also, focusing on your private life, your home, your family, processing your feelings and your emotions, as well as listening to that intuition and channeling your authenticity. This is what you're naturally moving towards. It's a fated event, but it's going to be expansive for you. All right, with your Leo MC in the 10th house, major focus in your career, status, legacy, and life's work. It's going to be on building your confidence, expressing yourself, and having fun overall, okay? Now, I will say that your career can be a means of gaining wealth for yourself, especially with that sun being in the 11th house. It is second from itself, which can actually help you financially, all right? But I will say with the Leo MC, just be sure that we're watching out from becoming too dependent on taking validation from outside world, okay? Now, with your 11th house being in Virgo, watch out for criticism for self and for others, as I said before. But with Venus here, other people want to help you to execute your future endeavors, okay? You're not meant to do this all by yourself, all right? But I will say that this is something that you are developing, and it's naturally going to get better over a span of time. Pay attention to your ideas. They're quite innovative. They can definitely help you to progress society forward and make the world a better place. Last but not least, with your 12th house being in Libra, this can be representative of karmic relationships, but you have a chatty subconscious. So you want to pay attention to what the universe is telling you through your dreams and through your subconscious. That way, this can help you towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work as well. With Saturn here, it's actually a planetary joy in the 12th house, so it does quite great. But you may find that you're in this go, go, go energy all the time to try to get things done, or maybe you're over-focused on your day-to-day as well. You need to take some time in solitude and really focus on developing your connection with the universe, and really focusing on spiritual development as well. This is where Saturn is trying to get you to master, and this is what's going to help you to step into your power, just as long as you don't over obsess with it. Vengeance, revenge, over obsession, people that are in a position of authority in those higher up positions, as well as mind games, mental gymnastics. Watch out for that. That's quite karmic. This can come through hidden enemies, endings, and loss. But that's pretty much all I am seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank y'all. I've had so much solitude, not easy. Oh, let me tell you, I didn't have a Saturn in 12th house transit yet. I've had my North Node in the 12th house in Gemini, and then everything came in. The Sun, Venus, Mars, Mercury went retrograde there. I get it. I understand it. Too relatable, too real. Let's see. Are you still doing readings? Nope, readings are closed, unfortunately. Cash App is an option for payment, but if you do send payments, I'm going to consider that as a tip, okay? But readings are closed because I'm a little backed up at the moment, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, let's see who is next. We have Litzy. Is Litzy here? She did like the live, so I know she's here. Let's see. See. Oh, and also be sure to like and share to get us out there. Also follow me if you're not already doing so. That way you get notified every time I go live. If you're watching the pre-recorded version, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. That way you get notified every time I upload or post something to my profile. Let's take a look at our polls. What is going on here? Taurus and Scorpio for the win. That's right, 2439. We have Aries and Libra 12-2. Gemini, Sagittarius 1707 tied with Cancer, Capricorn. We have a chance at winning. Leo and Aquarius 1667 as well. Wow, a three-way tie. Leo and Aquarius coming out of the woodworks. All right, and then we have Virgo, Pisces 11-9. Continue putting in your votes. What is your rising sign is the question, and I want to know. All right, Litzy is here. I'm typing in your information. Let's see, Palo Alto, California. I was thinking about moving to Silicon Valley at one point in my life. Then I took a look at those rent prices and I laughed at myself, and then I changed my major. Anyway, moving on. 7, 3. Okay. All right, everyone, let's say hello to Litzy. Hi, Litzy. Hi, Litzy. All right. Oh, Cancer Ascendant too. Yes. Cancer Ascendant for the win. As you can see, I'm a Cancer Ascendant, of course. But the degree did not match up, chap. Anyway, moving on. Bay Area. Ooh, come on, Bay Area. You guys should connect. All right, let's see if you have any critical degrees. All right, Uranus 29 Aquarius, critical degree. Do you have anything else over here? I'm not seeing it. Yeah, that's a good idea. I know. Let's see. Jupiter 17 Virgo, critical degree. Okay, you only have 2 critical degrees. Nothing bad, nothing major. Ooh, excuse me. Nothing bad, nothing major. All right. Oh, you have a yod too. What is the yod? The yod is the finger of God. If you have it, you need to focus on the planets or the celestial bodies or the aspects that are at that or that apex per se. You have the ascendant in Saturn, which means that the universe really wants you to focus on yourself, your identity, your independence, your life's direction, taking action towards that, as well as really giving back to yourself through self-nourishment. Also focusing on your more nurturing qualities, as well as processing your feelings and your emotions, putting yourself out there in regards to your emotions, listening to your intuition and channeling your authenticity. All right, paying attention to Capricorn transits when they do arrive. Pluto is going back into Capricorn June 11th. I don't think it would activate your yod because it's not going to hit the mid degrees of Capricorn, so you really want to pay attention to mid-degree Capricorn placements. Even late-degree Sagittarius, you'll get away with that a little bit. All right, but paying attention to those Capricorn placements will activate that yod, and then pay attention to yourself when that yod is activated. Naturally, it is activated with Venus and Chiron, but of course, things continue on, all right? But in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your more emotional side, processing your feelings and your emotions, as well as listening to your intuition, channeling your authenticity. With Saturn here, any action that you take does need consistency, so let's be sure that we are putting consistency behind our actions and really creating some sort of structure and routine behind the action that we're taking. Saturn here is going to require a bit more effort on your part because it is in detriment. So perhaps maybe you had a harsh relationship with your family, your mother figure as well, but you probably didn't get the nurture and the love that you wanted. This can actually be indicative of the chosen family aspect. So perhaps people will come in and give you the love and the nurture that you never received from your biological family early on. All right, moving on to Leo. I don't see anything that is of major importance here. Just watch for frivolous spending. You will find confidence when you're establishing your worth and value, as well as building up material security for yourself. With your 3rd house being in Virgo, Jupiter's also here, so you have an abundance of ideas, and this can actually help you to execute any future endeavors that you may have for yourself. That's actually something that you're destined for. It's also at the apex of a grand trine. Now you have a grand Earth trine, very stable, very resourceful as well, very grounding energy, naturally activated by your Pisces placements here. Be sure to pay attention to Pisces aspects or transits, also paying attention to Cancer and Scorpio transits and aspects as well. That will further activate that grand trine here too. But with Jupiter and Virgo, definitely watch out for the self-criticism energy as well as criticizing others. I will say that you yearn to perfect communication and developing your skills. This is naturally something that is getting better with time, but you also have a natural talent with bringing in experience to share information with other people as well. So if you're sharing knowledge about, I don't know, potatoes, you can definitely back that up with your own experience. Perhaps maybe you have a potato farm, who knows, you know? But I will say that your communication and developing your skills is actually going to help you towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work, as well as finding a philosophy, a meaning of life, and developing a belief system. Doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual, okay? Moving on to your 4th house in Libra. Nothing major here. This just means that expressing your emotions, and perhaps even with other people, may benefit you the most. I will say with Libra in the 4th house, because I actually have this natally, paying attention to yourself and forming a relationship with yourself will be best beneficial here too, okay? Before you get in a relationship with other people. But I will say relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts can definitely bring you bliss, fulfillment, and joy in your life. With Scorpio in the 5th house, nothing major here too. Watch out for having too much fun, can definitely be transformative for you. But building up your confidence and expressing yourself can help you to stand in your power. With your Sun, Pluto, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 6th house, major focus is on your mundane responsibilities, your day-to-day, as well as your work schedule routine around personal development and physical health. I don't know who instilled in you early on that you need to overwork yourself. That way you can make a statement or to be of service to other other people, you just simply have to show up as yourself. You don't need to attach the bells and whistles to anything in order for you to be of service to other people. That is when you step into your power, when you make that realization, okay? Powerful work ethic here. Just be sure that we're not overworking ourselves to our detriment, to say the least. Mercury in the 6th house, I will say, watch out for criticism in your day-to-day. Mercury and Sag definitely benefit from sharing your story, sharing your experience with other people, as well as sharing your knowledge as well. Other people may confide in you with advice because you just may appear to be wise and experienced, and perhaps maybe this is something that's getting better with time, and so people can confide in you is because you're not going to judge them. All right? With Venus and Chiron in Capricorn in the 7th house, major focus is going to be on relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. Venus in Capricorn, you may yearn for a more mature relationship, definitely may yearn for something that's more established per se. Maybe your partner is more established too. With your 7th house ruler being in the 1st house, there's actually a desire to attract somebody who has a yearning of themselves or an understanding of themselves as well. Somebody who's nurturing and caring as well. This can be something that you're attracting. Having a relationship with yourself is going to be very beneficial here. This is what's going to help you to attract a partnership in for you. With Chiron and Capricorn, perhaps other people tried to downplay your success or tried to tell you that you wouldn't amount to any success early on in life. Focusing on your career status, legacy, and life's work, as well as focusing on having a relationship with yourself, can not only help you to heal yourself, but it could potentially help to heal other people in the long run over a span of time. All right, but now you do have Neptune in Aquarius in that 8th house there. Definitely may yearn for a connection that has depth, one that is intimate and vulnerable as well, but this may be something that is transformative for you, so make sure that you are prioritizing your own transformation in a realistic sense. Could be something that is unconventional, but something that is progressive overall. 111 is on my clock, as you can see down here as well. All right, now we do have Uranus also in Aquarius as well. Sudden transformative changes that can definitely happen, but it's only happening that way. It can give you some wisdom that you can share with other people as well. Paying attention to your ideas amidst your transformation journey as well as your healing journey can actually help you to execute any future endeavors for yourself as well. Now we have Mars, Moon, and MC in Pisces in that 9th house. Major focus is on establishing that connection with the universe. This can actually help you towards your career status, legacy, and life's work. It could be quite karmic for you here, but part of your career status, legacy, and life's work is to develop some sort of meaning of life. Developing a philosophy, a belief system doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual, but you're meant to expand on these themes. You're meant to share your story to some degree. With Mars here, just be sure not to rush into a philosophy, a meaning of life, as well as a belief system. This may lead to psychological undoing, okay? Also with Moon here, you're very intuitive. You'll find emotional fulfillment here. Just be sure to establish some sort of connection with the universe and trust in the unknown. This may actually help you to further yourself in spiritual development. All right? Nothing in your 10th house in Aries, but just be sure not to rush through career dealings as well. Watch for impulsivity and spontaneity. With your North Node in Taurus in the 11th house, you're destined to focus on friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. Any ideas that you tend to execute for yourself or your future endeavors will be around for a long time. Patience is required. Other people definitely want to give you resources to help you to execute your future endeavors, so don't turn that down. With your 11th house ruler being, let's see here. It is actually 9 places from itself. A lot of expansion can definitely come from innovating as well as executing your future endeavors here too. All right, last but not least, we have your 12th house being in Gemini. Very chatty subconscious, so paying attention to your dreams will definitely help you to move forward in your career status, legacy, life's work, as well as your day-to-day, your mundane responsibilities and your daily operations as well. But there's nothing major here to focus on. You don't have any placements there, so it's not so much of a concern. All right, but that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Definitely tapping into your career status, legacy, and life's work, and actually taking the action behind it in order to make that your dreams a tangible reality is going to be very favorable. You have a lot of supporting energy coming in for you. Definitely a lot of support within your future endeavors, so definitely tapping into the fated events that happen in your life. And remember, don't be afraid to beat your own drum, all right? Thank you. Okay, let's see. Who was that? That was... Okay. Okay, so Taylor's up next. Wow, thank you. Of course. All right. Taylor is up next. Is Taylor here? Taylor is here. Great. Pittsburgh. I was just watching what's her name? Kendall from Dance Moms. I was watching her podcast this morning because she was talking about her time on Dance Moms, how she went on it and everything like that. Those girls went through it. Oh my God. Like, some of these things that these people went through and just learning how television works, child, interesting. But that reminded me because you're from Pittsburgh. I doubt that you've ever met them. Have you met them? Let us know. Like, you never know.
You're good.
All right. How do I send our info for the reading? I already sent Cash App before readings were closed. Raquela, you're actually 2 places away. If you didn't send it, just send it to my Instagram. Go to the icon that's on my profile and then just send it via a DM. Elena, you too. Okay? I have not. I don't know where the dance studio is. Oh, you know where the dance studio is. Gotcha. You know, I've never seen it, never been to it. I just heard of them. Did you know, fun fact, Dance Moms was originally supposed to go to a studio owner that's originally from Long Island, but they turned it down. And so it went to Abby Lee Miller. Small worlds. All right, everyone, let's say hello to, let's see. This is Taylor. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Taylor. Oh, let me censor this.
Those last 2, I've never done those. And then the Tony.
All right, let's see. Do you have any critical degrees? I'm not seeing any critical degrees, just kidding. Chiron 26 Cancer, critical degree. All right, let's see over here. We have Sun 1 Cancer, critical degree, and that's it. Oh, and you have Saturn retrograde, which leads me to my next thing. So anytime when you see a retrograde planet, it actually reverses its roles and it makes this planet stronger. So for instance, if you have Jupiter retrograde, it may not be so expansive and giving at first. It may be restrictive and constricting in nature. With you have Saturn retrograde, it's actually a beneficial placement to have in my, opinion, is because it's taking the limits and the obstacles and the challenges that the universe would originally give you, and it's actually reversing the roles. So you already know your karmic lessons, but it's really important for you to stay on the right path. Asking yourself if you're on the right path, if you're around the right people, if you're doing the right thing, that's usually an indicator that you're on the right path because you're asking all these questions here. What is a critical degree? A critical degree is a degree of significant importance, meaning that if you have this specific placement, this can actually give you fated events that'll help you to move towards your goals, or there's something that the universe really wants you to focus on with that placement. So paying attention to the sign of the house that it's in will give you further analysis as to how the critical degree will manifest for you. All right, so let's see here.
So click on where.
All right. So, in a past life, actually, I'm not even doing the past life. In this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your career status, legacy, and life's work, being somebody prominent in society as well. Now, with Capricorn on the ascendant, any action that you take is definitely going to require consistency behind it, okay? Not going to be an easy life for you with Capricorn here. A lot of obstacles to overcome, but you have the energy to overcome these obstacles, okay? They're only growing you. It's getting you to master yourself. You have the North Node here. You have Neptune and Uranus. Sudden changes definitely within your identity, within your personality as well. The universe will definitely not let you get comfortable until you execute any future endeavors or until you gain success to this degree. With Neptune, you may yearn for an understanding of self. You may yearn for independence or a sense of identity. And this will come over a span of time. But remember, setting up and going after these themes in a realistic sense will definitely help you to achieve this in the physical realm. All right. Establishing a connection with the universe is always going to be favorable for you here. Just be sure that we're listening to our subconscious. This can actually help us within manifesting our future endeavors for ourselves as well, okay? Now, with the North Node here, instead of focusing on relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, you have a lot of gifts in this area of your life. You're also meant to really focus on yourself. You know, you have a tendency to focus on other people to the point of people pleasing. You could be a recovering people pleaser, but now's the time to listen to yourself and to do for yourself, is because you're going to find in this lifetime, if you put your faith and your attention in other people, it may not work out for you, or it may not be as fulfilling. All right. Now, with Saturn in the second house, you definitely need to build up your material security on your own, establishing your worth and value, asking yourself when enough is enough when the universe is testing your patience will definitely help you to further establish your worth and value. With Saturn in Aquarius, your friends, groups, networks, and organizations can definitely be karmic here. They can definitely come with some lessons as well. Now, with Saturn in the second house, do not equate your money to your worth and value. Also, you may be benefit from having an unconventional source of income. Listening to your ideas will definitely help you to execute any future endeavors, which that can definitely benefit with your material security. I don't see any squares to the 11th house, so I'm good. Okay, so 3rd house Pisces, sometimes you may not understand your communication or where your information is coming from. Other people may not understand it as well. Establishing a connection with the universe as well as focusing on spiritual development, this will definitely help you to better understand where your information is coming from, because your information is definitely coming from something that is unknown, something that is hidden, something that we cannot physically see with our eyeballs. But it does not mean that that information doesn't exist or that it's not there. Okay, so it is quite spiritual. You can also be an artist, a musician, an entertainer, a singer, a songwriter as well. They also have Pisces in that 3rd house too. There's something otherworldly about your communication and developing your skills that you should really focus on. I know there's nothing major here, but when you have transits like, say, for instance, Saturn here, there's something otherworldly about your communication that Saturn, during this next 2.5 year period, really wants you to focus on, all right? Let's see what else is going on. 4th house in Aries, you don't have anything there. The only thing I will say with this placement is definitely to face your emotions head on, because if not, this can lead to violent outbursts and lashing out. This is not something that we would like to see. All right, so just be sure that we are facing our emotions head on and really probably giving ourselves the time to process our feelings. Hopefully it didn't freeze. All right, let me, hold on, I'm just putting in my charger here. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. So with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. With the 5th house being in Taurus. Now, Taurus in the 5th house can actually do anything with entertainment or anything like that, because the 5th house is all about like natural, well, Taurus is all about natural gifts and talents. It's all about your worth and value. Being confident can actually come from establishing your worth and value and definitely working on further establishing that and expressing that out despite who is watching. So I will say, since this is not a major focus, really prioritizing your healing journey is going to help you to become more confident, to really focus on putting yourself out there and having more fun. So it's really all about going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life and really making peace with your past. That's what's going to dictate your confidence for you. All right. Now, the 6th house in Gemini, you don't have anything major here as well. Watch for spreading gossip or misinformation in your day-to-day. Could be a jack of all trades, could have multiple jobs, okay? Could have multiple things that you do within your day-to-day as well. Don't be afraid to put your eggs in multiple baskets if you are developing a business for yourself as well here too. 6th house ruler manifesting itself through that 7th house. Anything that you do within your day-to-day can definitely earn you some income monetarily. All right. With your 7th house sun and Mercury being in Cancer, major focus is going to be on relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, kind of the sort of a dichotomy here, okay? Because you may find that your sun wants you to focus more on being in a connection with other persons or relationships per se, but you really also need to find a balance with yourself. Remember, that's what you're destined for. You have a lot of natural gifts and talents within relationships, partnerships, and business contracts, but you also need to establish that and also form that connection with yourself, okay? It's the most important connection there is out there. Your parents definitely could have prioritize education. That could have been pushed in the home. They definitely could have pushed you to further your studies. With Mercury in Cancer, you'd benefit from writing your own contracts or writing your own prenup if in the case that you'd like to get married. With Chiron here, this could definitely be an indicator that you've gone through your fair share of karmic relationships, or perhaps your family could have been a hindrance on what relationship you should end up with. Okay, definitely being able to have a relationship with yourself and definitely focusing on processing your own feelings and your emotions will definitely help you to not only heal yourself, but to heal other people as well. With Jupiter and you have Venus and Mars here as well, I'd say that there's a lot of transformative experiences that do happen within your life. I will say your healing journey is going to be something that you should be prioritizing. Be sure that we're not being intimate and vulnerable with everybody, and that we're also not rushing through our healing journey as well too. All right. This is actually where you shine. You shine through transformation. You shine through certain transformative experiences, but you're meant to share your wisdom with other people. All right. With ninth house in Virgo, there's nothing major here. Just be sure to ask questions before you gain any philosophies or meaning of life or figure out your belief system. Doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual, all right? Then you have 10th house Libra. Other people are meant to help you out in your career. You're not meant to do this all by yourself. It's actually part of your mission to teach the collective the different perspective. So don't be afraid to speak up and share your side, your opinion, your story on other things, because it may show another perspective that other people may not have been seeing, okay? But other people are meant to help you out within your career status, legacy, life's work, so definitely don't be afraid to take on that help, all right? With Moon in Scorpio as well as Pluto in Scorpio as well, just as long as you don't over-obsess over friends, groups, networks, and organizations and the execution of your future endeavors, you definitely do great with anything that you're trying to manifest for yourself, as well as your desires as well. Now, this can also give you emotional fulfillment. Just be sure here that we are learning how to emotionally regulate. I hope I said that right. To regulate our emotions per se too. Oh, hold on. Let me see 1 second. Boop. There we go. All right. Also with Pluto and Scorpio, prioritizing your healing journey will definitely help you to stand in your power, just as long as you don't over-obsess it. Hi, Michael. And then for your 12th house, last but not least, you don't have anything here. Traveling to foreign lands can definitely help you to establish yourself spiritually, as well as forming a connection with the universe too. Establishing a connection with the unknown can definitely be something that can give you much bliss and fulfillment and expansion too. With your 12th house ruler being in Leo, it's 9 places from itself. It is definitely something that can help you to expand and find their own personal meaning of life, all right? That's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank y'all. How do I do the... All right, here we go. All right. All right, Elena is up next. Is Elena here? Thanks. Of course. What website is this? I'm using astrocharts.com. I just like their layout. You know, I could use astro.com, but I feel like it's too much clicking to get there. And it's much simpler to enter everybody's information before I just, show it. All right, here we go. Elena, you sent it on Instagram, right? All right, here we go. Wahahaha. All right, let's see. And if you guys have any other astrology questions, I love your content, so entertaining. Thank y'all. All right, let's see. Is Elena here? Okay, Elena is here. And let's see, San Francisco. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, I hear the moon talking. I don't know if that's the actual words, but... for every city, oh, no, not San Francisco, I don't even know how to pronounce that. For every city that has its own song, I'm going to sing it. So Chicago, San Francisco, New York, what else? That's it for now. But if you have a song that goes with your city, I'm going to sing it. I'm going to do it. All right, 12, 10. Funny, you're listening to your mom gossip brought you back to childhood memories. I'm telling you. All right, an 807. This is an everyday occurrence, by the way, too. 12th house in Gemini, and I'm hearing all the gossip. All right, so let's see here. All right, Elena. Without further ado, let's all say hello to Helena. Elena, hi, Elena. Hi, Elena. Leo rising. I'm surprised you guys see it before I do. Let's see. Do you have any critical degrees? Did I just get a call? All right. 0 degrees Capricorn, critical degree Uranus. Let's see what else is going on here. I'm not seeing anything over here. So let's see over here. Moon 13 Capricorn, critical degree. Venus 21 Scorpio, critical degree. All right. Oh, no, that's me, but she's one too. I was about to say, how did you see it before I did? All right, let's see up here what's going on. All right, so in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on expressing yourself, building up your confidence, shining your light, not dimming it because of other people's projection, okay? You're also meant to have fun, go on adventures, focusing on love, romance, children as well could be applicable. With that sun being in the 5th house, all the themes that I just said, they're going to be that much amplified. Why? It's because your sun's in Sagittarius, okay? Because all these themes are the traditional ruler of the 5th house. And with Sagittarius, it's expanding on these things, okay? You're also meant to focus on finding a philosophy, a belief system, or your own personal meaning of life, whatever that may mean to you, all right? That'll help you to become more confident and to shine your light too. With Mercury here, you could be a great speaker, could be a public speaker, but you're very expressive with your words, could be a creative writer per se. So don't be afraid to really dive into your communication, because this is really going to help you towards your career status, legacy, and life's work as well. With Uranus being in the 5th house, you like to have fun in a very traditional, you like to have fun in something that is not very traditional, in a very unconventional way. But with Uranus and Sagittarius, you definitely may shift your belief system quite a bit. But this can actually also help you in aiding in being more confident and expressing yourself and shining your light too. Let's see, I do write. Oh, do you? I want to see some of your writings, okay? I don't know if you do this for your career, but that can definitely help you within career status, legacy, and life's work. It's actually quite effortless for you, all right? Now, we also have, let's see here, Saturn, Neptune, and the Moon. I just want to make sure, sorry, Uranus is actually in your 6th house here. So Uranus being in the 6th house, you require a lot of freedom within your day-to-day, but paying attention to your ideas within your day-to-day can help you to execute any future endeavors, all right? Let's see what else is going on. Saturn, you definitely benefit from having structure and organization within your day-to-day as well. Now, you need to pay attention to your health here, because Saturn is a significator of illness, sickness, and ailments as well. So paying attention to your physical health is going to be very pivotal for you. You also want to pay attention to developing some sort of structure and routine within your day-to-day. That'd definitely be a benefit for you. Paying attention to your energy in your day-to-day. There's a tendency to take on energy that's not yours. So setting up those energetic boundaries will definitely help you for people that are taking advantage of your energy or trying to drain your energy too. All right, Moon in Capricorn, you do find emotional fulfillment with mundane responsibility and daily operations. Just be sure not to suppress your emotions in your day-to-day as well, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. We do have Pluto and Venus in the 4th house of Scorpio. Just be sure here, because this can be an indicator of a generational curse breaker. Just be sure that we are dealing with any suppressed emotions that may come up to the surface, or really letting go of what no longer serves us emotionally too, okay? With Venus here, people are definitely going to help you in regards to healing or expressing your emotions or channeling your authenticity as well. It's what's going to help you to stand in your power here actually too. But just be sure that we're not over obsessing with these things as well, okay? Could actually be good with real estate. I said what I said. All right. Let's see. Okay, with your 7th house in Aquarius, you may yearn to be understood in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. Be sure that you have an understanding for yourself. This is what's going to really help the best relationship of them all flourish, which is the relationship that you have with yourself, of course. Okay. Also, with Aquarius being on the 7th house cusp, getting to know somebody as a friend before getting to make the relationship more serious, that will definitely be more applicable for you. All right. This is very good in business because you have an innovative ideas that you can manifest for your future endeavors. So if in the case that you would like to start a business, it's going to be something that's quite progressive. Okay. Now with North Node and Pisces in your 8th house, you're destined for a long life here. You're definitely destined for longevity to some degree. Now it's going to come with its transformations. It's definitely going to come with its healing journey as well. So prioritizing your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, as well as making peace with your past. These are things that you're destined to move towards, okay? Not escaping any transformation, not escaping your healing journey either. Really establishing a connection with the universe as well, since your North Node is in Pisces, going with the flow, as well as establishing some sort of connection with the unknown. Focusing on your spiritual development journey is also going to be favorable for you. It's also going to help you to heal some wounds with Chiron being in Cancer in your 12th. These wounds could actually be karmic. They can come from family as well. With Aries being in your 9th house, you have your MC and Mars here, energy and drive to find a belief system, a philosophy, a meaning of life. Just be sure not to rush through these things that can lead to an undoing. All right. With Aries MC, whatever you do within your life path, you're meant to do whatever it is that you want to do first and foremost. But whatever you do, just be sure to take it slow, okay? Because impulsivity, spontaneity can definitely be seen with the Aries MC. All right. With your 9th house ruler being in the 9th house, it's actually quite expansive and favorable for you. But this is is fortunate energy, but it may come with some frustration and inner conflict, all right? Let's see what else is going on here. Now, we do have your Taurus 10th house. Jupiter is also here. Be sure that we are taking advantage of any opportunities that come across our way that help us grow our career, status, legacy, and life's work as well. Now, I will say with Taurus, any resources of other people can definitely be seen here too. Other people can give us resources, money that can help us to grow our career, status, legacy, and life's work. So let's be sure that we are taking advantage of those opportunities. With Gemini being in your 11th house, nothing is there, but pay attention to your ideas, another indicator, because this can help you to manifest any external or any future endeavors that you may have for yourself. But I also will say, watch for spreading gossip or misinformation within a friend group, because this can definitely come back around full circle, okay? Let's see here. And then last but not least, we have Cancer in the 12th house. Setting up those energetic boundaries, another indicator here with Neptune in the 6th. Another indicator would be Cancer in the 12th house, setting up those energetic boundaries. With Chiron and Cancer, as I said, the wounds can definitely come from family, particularly the mother figure as well. Mother could have been there physically, but not emotionally. She could have been absent altogether. But these wounds run deep in their subconscious. All right, so this actually has to do with a lot of subconscious reprogramming here. It's not going to be easy, but you need to listen to your intuition. You also need to prioritize your dreams. So any messages that come through your dreams will definitely be beneficial here too. This will help you within your day-to-day as well. I also meant to tell you that your day-to-day is actually the main apex of a major yod, which means that you have a special purpose to fulfill in this lifetime. So paying attention to early degree Cancer placements or late degree Gemini transits or aspects, because this is going to activate that yod. And that way, within your day-to-day, pay attention what's going on there, because then a special purpose will be manifested for you. But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank y'all. All right, let's see. Who's next? We have Raquela. It's actually the last. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Raquela. Thank you so much. Of course. Anytime. Raquela is here. Okay, great. Let me just type in Raquela's information. 24. All right, another reminder, if you are watching here and if you want to like and share to get us out there, I recommend you do that. Also, if you're not already doing so, follow me. That way you get notified every time I go live. I love how you're singing my name. Oh, thank you. I'm here all week. All right, let's see here. Coral Springs, Florida. I was actually thinking about moving down there. Guys, I have a South Node in the 9th house, so I think about moving everywhere every third Thursday. And then the universe gave me Sagittarius placements on top of that. So I can't stay in the same place for long periods of time, because you know I'm trying to itch to get out of New York, you know? But the only, because right now, I'm not going to lie, I don't want to have to pay rent, but at the same time, where else am I going? Because I'm not trying to be responsible for a house at this moment. Actually, I wouldn't mind a house. I would not mind a house, like my first starter home, but I'd rather get into real estate first. I was just going to say that they're here all week. Let's see here, and then sitting here going off a tangent, and this all started because of Coral Springs, Florida. LOL, you should try it, but it's expensive. Ash out here. Look, it's better. Oh, did I just freeze? Yep, the universe even saw it too. It's better than New York, because I'm sitting out here paying 3 arms and 2 legs for the rent. $7,000 for rent? Absolutely not. I'm not paying that. No, I'm not paying that for rent. All right, let's see here. All right, everyone, let's say hello to Raquela. Hi, Raquela. Hi, Raquela. All right. Oh no. I know, it glitched a little bit because I got notified that my phone is dying, but it's on the charger. Look at that. All right, Scorpio Ascendant. Let's just see if you have any critical degrees. All right, Pluto 22 Scorpio, critical degree. And let's see over here. Do you have any critical degrees? Oh, you're very spiritually protected with that Venus. 12-12 Capricorn. That could be a confirmation if you see that through numerology, 12-12. And Saturn 9 Aquarius critical degree as well. So you have a couple critical degrees. Nothing too bad, nothing too major. All right. So in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your transformation as well as your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past, as well as really dealing with any suppressed emotions that come across your healing journey. Okay, you're also meant to focus on sex, death, taxes, the occult. Those can also be applicable themes for you, but really learning the power within yourself with Pluto in that first house. All right, it's really important that you learn the power within yourself, is because through your transformative experiences, the universe has removed your mask, and you'd be surprised how many people are still wearing their mask because they don't want other people to know that dark side of them. But in reality, that's just what makes us whole. It makes us all of ourselves, you know? Well, let's see what else is going on here. So realizing the power, not taking on that projection as well. I know that this is the apex of a major T-square, or the triangle of tension. Tapping into relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts will definitely help you to alleviate any inner conflict that you may have, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. We do have nothing in Sagittarius, just watch for frivolous spending, okay? Definitely establishing a belief system, a philosophy, a meaning of life will help you to bring in some funds for you. With your second house ruler, Sagittarius, being in Virgo, it's 10 places from itself. Money may be karmic, but there is some karma to overcome. You do have the energy to overcome it, and you also have the purity to do that too, because Sagittarius' ruler, Jupiter, is also about purification. All right. Let's see here. Now we have the party in Capricorn, don't we? We have North Node, Venus, Uranus, Neptune, and Mars in Capricorn. Very passionate speaker. Other people like to hear what you have to say. Sudden changes within your thoughts, though. Could be good, may not be always good. But you do have a lot of ideas that can help you to execute any future endeavors that you may have for yourself. So let's be sure that we are writing down those good ideas, is because Uranus can definitely move on to the next thing, as well as Mars can too. All right. You could be an artist, a speaker, a musician, something to do with the arts. With Venus being in the third house, a very melodic way of speaking. People like to hear what you have to say, as well as listening to you speak as well. With Neptune here, you may yearn to be a great communicator or develop your skills. You may yearn to be the jack of all trades, master of none, but you'll always do it better than the master of one. And hey, I will say with that North Node in Capricorn and in the third house, you could be destined for just that. So paying attention to putting your eggs in multiple baskets and seeing what sticks, as well as focusing on career, status, legacy, and life's work, will definitely be beneficial for you. Mars will give you the energy and drive just as long as you don't rush through these themes as well. Watch out for the arguments and the debates energy too, okay? Now we do have, let's see here. Oh, actually, is Mars in Aquarius? Nope, just kidding. We have Mercury, we have Saturn, we have the Sun and Moon in Aquarius in your fourth house here. So with Saturn here, this could actually indicate a harsh relationship with home, family, particularly the mother figure. You may not have gotten the emotional care or the nurture that you wanted growing up, but this is also indicative of a chosen family. So you may have people that will come into your life that will give you the emotional nurture and care that you've wanted growing up, okay? Just be sure that you are finding a place of belonging within yourself and not over fixating on over intellectualizing your emotions. You want to feel them, that way you can process your feelings and your emotions too. You have a lot of intuitive nudges that you need to listen to with Mercury and Aquarius. Also another indicator to listen to your ideas. They're actually going to help you within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. They're also going to help you to heal yourself, okay? With the Sun here, major focus is on processing your feelings and your emotions, your home, your family, your mother figure, as well as tapping into your more nurturing side, channeling your authenticity as well. Who are you to your core? Who are you truly? That's what's going to give you emotional fulfillment, just as long as you don't over intellectualize your emotions. Fifth house in Pisces, nothing major here. Just watch out for escapism and overindulgence and addictive tendencies. Establishing a connection with the universe can definitely help you to be further confident within your craft and expressing that out to the public despite who is watching. With Aries being in your sixth house, just be sure not to rush through your day-to-day responsibilities, but you do have a natural great work ethic, but watch out for overworking yourself to your detriment, okay? With Taurus in the seventh house, be sure that we're not staying in relationships that do not serve us. In a past life, we could have been focused on establishing our worth and value, as well as building up our material security for ourselves too. Just be sure with Taurus in the seventh house here, because you may want a more established connection or relationship, to take your time in relationships as well, okay? Taurus is all about patience. Sometimes it's like watching paint dry. I said what I said, all right? With Gemini in the eighth house, you do have a lot to share with other people pertaining to your healing journey and your transformation. Be sure that we're not spreading misinformation or gossiping about other people, because it could be quite transformative for you. All right, with your ninth house in Cancer, finding a philosophy, a meaning of life, or a certain belief system and expanding on that can definitely benefit you here and can contribute to your fortune. Now, I will say finding a belief system or philosophy that resonates with your emotions, that will definitely benefit you here more so than just something that, you know, that you don't really have emotional investment in, okay? With your 10th house being in Leo, you have Chiron and the MC. Definitely a major focus on your mission is to be confident, to build up that confidence, to express itself, as well as really shine your light, not dimming your light because of other people's projection. All right, with Chiron here, other people try to dim your own light moving on. I do want to see if Chiron is retrograde. It is self-inflicted wounds, okay? Because early on, people definitely did dim your light, but you actually dimmed your own light because of fear of what other people may say or fear of what other people may do. This could be higher ups, this could be bosses, this could be authority figures, this can even be your father as well. You need to build up your confidence. You need to learn how to have fun and be yourself despite who is watching, because then you can really enjoy your career, status, legacy, and life's work. All right? Jupiter and Virgo in that 11th house will just watch for self-criticism and criticism of others too. A lot of opportunity to really focus on your future endeavors here. Friends, groups, networks, and organization will naturally be of assistance. A lot of natural gifts and talents with feeling different or feeling misunderstood. You're different for a reason because you're quite innovative and you have the energy and the potential to really do some big things in this world. And with Virgo energy, remember, Virgo is exalted in itself. Okay, with Jupiter here, these are things that are natural gifts and talents to you. These are things that come quite easily. So remember, listen to your ideas because these are things that come quite effortlessly to you. Now, I do see a little square. Oh, is there a square? Nope, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. All right, last but not least, we have Libra in the 12th house. This can represent karmic relationships per se, but there's nothing here. So there's nothing telling me that there's anything karmic. But I will say just be sure here to really establish some sort of connection with the universe, definitely focusing on your spiritual development journey. Traveling to foreign lands can actually help you to develop yourself spiritually as well. But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Remember, tapping into relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business and business contracts helps you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension that you may have, all right? Thank y'all. All right, let's see here. All right, everyone, just be sure to like and share to get us out there. That way we can get more people watching our live here. Also, be sure to follow me if you're not already doing so. That way you get notified every time I go live. You're great. Thank you so much. Of course, anytime, anytime. If you want to book a reading with me, go to the link in my bio under Universal Analysis, and you could book an astrology, numerology, or tarot reading, or you can even do a combo. Who knows? You know, but you can book that in the link in my bio under Universal Analysis. I should be back, if not Wednesday, if not Thursday, sometime later in the week. I usually do pop-ups. I don't do the events anymore because, let's face it, TikTok just doesn't push out anything anymore. So, I don't know. But until further ado, I fare thee well. Today is Monday, May 8th, 2023. I'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.